Oh boy, okay. Do apologize for a longer period of preparation today. I don't want to bother any of your thoughts, but I just want to point out this stream is probably not going to be long because I have food poisoning. My entire body aches, but just not my throat. So I should be fine. So, for now, I have taken some precautions prior to the stream begins, but I just wanted to clarify that this stream is probably not going to be long. So yeah. Morning, evening, afternoon, folks. How's everyone doing, huh? Angela, Butters, that's mine. Excuse me. Yes, hold on. Just for a second. And for those who have not seen the tweet yet, HighTideSha have just posted a it was by my beloved mother. Let me retweet that so you guys can see it too if you have my Twitter on. Yeah. She has made me a small chibi art for the 2,000 subs. Hell yeah. Let me retweet that. Ending the stream now, Mr. Genius. Look, I'm fine. I'm okay. Okay. So like, I'm gonna get this as like far as possible, so that I can actually rest tomorrow. It's by my great beloved mother of an artist. So of course. Anyway, rest pronto. I can see a tweet because X is blocked here. What? Is it? Jesus. Yeah, but what was the greetings again? Oh, Butter too. It's been a while. It's been a long time there, Butter. How's your day, huh? It's been ages. It's so cute on the punt. What the fuck? X is blocked him, but what? That's actually the first time I ever heard about that. Tiring and exhausting. I can see that. Yeah, but if you can't see it, then feel free to share that in the in your Discord group if you're able to, because I need everyone to see this. For it's so cute by hand. Hell yeah. Well, welcome here, Matcha, Slim. Hope your lads are doing fine and dandy. Yeah, I'm doing fine. But I do have food poisoning right now, so it is a tiny bit troublesome for my stomach. But unless you hear something rumbling in the background, that shouldn't be that shouldn't be a problem. All right. There's a Discord group. No, there's a unofficial Discord group. It was made by Baka, so you guys can do it. Can interact with us as well. Congratulations on 2K. It actually reached 2Ks before last Limbo stream, but ha, forgot to talk about that. Congratulations on 2K. Thank you there, Matcha. But yeah, welcome back to another episode of the Deep Talk Inquiries. We have so far got 67 compared to the 65 that we had before, but the nearest 2 entries are actually just enabled, well, just sent earlier in this stream. But feel free to send in more, because I think this is gonna turn into a freaking... It's gonna turn into a entire series if this were to continue. But yeah, if you have anything that you want me to answer for, or anything that you have struggles in your life that you want answers for, or some suggestions with, then yeah, feel free to go send one for you. What is Deep Talk submissions? This particular stream is in the description. You can find on the top of the description, actually, you can find a form link there, and upon clicking into it, you'll find out that you can send in some specific struggles that you have in your life that if you send in, I'll try my best to respond to it. But yeah, the series won't stop till morale improves. Well, I think I'm improving things. I'm trying really hard. I was going to introvert it early again. You think, well, yeah, early. I think this could be an ongoing series forever. We have too many problems. Some of you have some very similar problems. So, yeah. Safe to say that as long as there's problems, this series is probably going to continue. So this is I would not like to call, I want to call it a therapy arc, because I can't really say therapy, since in some countries and some regions require you to have a license to be a licensed therapist. So as much as it is a therapy session, as I wanted to aid you mentally and physically, it is not my job or my and I don't have any obligations to be able to deliver such diagnosis or even sessions of help officially. I don't know if it submit one, more likely or probably. I don't know. Probably is gonna happen. I have not checked any of the entries from last time, but judging from the fact that last time it was almost 3 hours long, and it took me 2 hours. Well, it took me only 20 submission through. It means that. Woo! But just keep in mind, for the people who are filling in your own Deep Talk submissions here, we are currently at 20 out of the 67 entries here. So, it is probably not possible for me to read yours in this particular episode, but just do know that this has slowly becoming a weekly episode. So it's probably going to come back, and I'm probably going to be able to answer it down the line. Alright. Hello there, Shinta. How's your day, huh? And you spent 30 minutes watching... What the fuck? Oh, yeah! Oh, yeah! Yeah, that. So technically it's supposed to be 3 hours and 30 minutes. Excluding the 30 minutes off. Oh, no. And you know what? Just a total side quests. Just a total side thing. For the past few days, especially yesterday and the day before that, after I finished Olympus, even though I have food poisoning and I didn't say anything about it, I was trying my best to distract myself from the absolute horrendous feeling of food poisoning there. So what I did was, there's this new game called Deadlock by Valve, and safe to say that I've been enjoying that by tenfold. And it is quite frankly the first ever mobile games that I took seriously to actually want to learn into it. So yeah, I've been playing nothing but Deadlock for the past day, and I have sunk in at least 14 hours at this point. I have a problem. Is Deadlock out? No, it's not. But I have my friends who had the beta permission. So yeah, he invited me to play it, and I tried it out. And although solo queuing is still a fucking horrendous experience, but playing with my friends, even just one person alone, and you're dual laning, in a competent teammate, it is so fun, so fun. So if I have the chance to do it tomorrow, I probably will stream Deadlock solo queue. I kind of yeah. What the fuck? You poop poisoning? That's rancid. Thank you very much, Sapelli. No, thank you. Bro went down a rabbit hole. Literally, it's a literal rabbit hole. I love it. But yeah, so far it's been fun. I know sometimes it's a bit like gimmicky because like there are specific optimized route at this point of a bunch of people tryharding and doing like gank fights at mid game close to early games. But like it's alright. It's alright for now. Can we still add more, or did you lock the form? Would you make this into a long series as more will probably going in? No troll post, of course. I will put this into a long-term series because, well, people wants to have their answers answered. Well, their questions answered. And I can guarantee that after I finish this, people don't want more. So for now, I'm just gotta... the form will close when I reach the final question. That's for certain. Trimming from the toilet. I took medicine for that to not happen. You probably want to invite since you play League. I don't know if it crosses regions though, because like, keep in mind, Deadlock is not a full MOBA game. Deadlock is a third-person shooter mixed with MOBA. So like, there's a huge amount of third-person shooter, like hero shooter, or just mechanical skills in general, mix into the game itself. So she's probably gonna have fun with it, but yeah, we'll probably not be able to play together because I live in Antarctica and she lives in Europe. So yeah, just TF2 with more individual. Hey, have you know TF2 has a lot of individuality just from the subclasses alone? Okay, I am pissed by that comment, but I get your idea, right? I get your idea. There's a lot more different dynamics to it, even though TF2... Okay, you know what? I'm gonna stop comparing the two. But like, it has a whole different feeling to it. It's like TF2 mixed with League or like Dota. Now I kind of realize that kind of feels like it, yes. No, Demo Knight is the only class to exist in TF2. As the game is literally named after Demo Knight TF2, as you can see. So yeah, indeed, Demo Knight is the only class that exists in the entire game. Sorry. You can't change my mind. Nonetheless, yes. The Deep Talk series is going to continue until I finish all the commissions. I'm going to keep it there. If we have more than 20 afterwards, then I will probably continue the series. But for now, not going to. Yeah. Tier 2 might go. We'll probably try out Deadlock once it becomes real. Look, like, I really got into Deadlock just because my friend played it. It's very hard for me to go into, like, any mobile games in general because of how steep of a learning curve most of the mobile game is, including Deadlock. And it took me another... It's like Limbus over again. It took me like 2 hours of studying all, like, the entire shop and every single skill works before I can start building things and started to, like, do loadouts and mains. White gun, one sword. That is very true. One of the best class in Deadlock is also also using a sword. True that, but I like shooting guns. I don't know why. Get to my go. We'll probably try out Deadlock. Oh, I already read that. I'm waiting for the new GTA Genshin Superman mix. What the fuck? My god, you gotta have an entire field month with lobotomy core. Yes, so I'm waiting until I can at least finish Limbus to the point where I can just casually play the game, and then I'm gonna continue doing lobotomy corps. But for now, that's what I'm trying to say here. I love Deadlock. Deadlock is so fun. Like, it is one of the easier mobile games of every single mobile game I came across. Like, people have got me into Mobile Legends. It was horrible. League, I didn't even touch one game afterwards. Dota, it was horrendous as well because of how much meta and how much desync there are in the game. And this is like for once a only mobile game that I really got myself into because of how much like mechanical skills baked into it. But I just realized I've been talking about a completely unrelated topic for the past 20 minutes. So yeah. What about Smite? I have not played Smite, unfortunately. It's not like you needed to preemptively study every mechanic in Olympus. You did that yourself. Okay, true that, but but that is the process of me learning games. That's how I wanted to put like learning games, because I want to learn it from the fundamental levels. So I had to study about the knowledge before like apply to it. I know I have a problem, okay? Your therapist need therapists. We love tangents in this household, in particular. And I love this household. Right, you know what? Let's not waste any more times. All right. Bro will spend the entire day studying Elden Ring stuff. I literally did that for Sekiro. So yeah. He's the type that do research thesis more than actually writing it. True, like most of my thesis took me like 2 months to gather intels, and then like 1 week to finish the thesis, which is supposed to. I think that's supposed to what people do with it, but like, I found a nice oldest what meme, meme, but I can't send it to you because no. Oh damn it. I will find it somewhere, or you can like find someone to help you retweet it, because I can't open any of my DMs for safety reasons. Like the game, but the optimization was not good. Waiting for Smite 2 right now. Well, I'm looking forward for any new games nowadays, but yeah, for now Deadlock is what's really getting me into it. But on that note, I saw that the next person who has submitted, the next person that we have for submissions has not left a name, but once again left a addition of comments by saying play more Project Moon. So you know what, on that note, let's not waste any more times. Sorry for all the damage it did to you. Hey, it's good damage, right? And I'm masochistic, so thank you. Don't worry, I save it to post as soon as okay, right, take care there. You'll be down the rabbit hole of PM games for a long time. I know. Alright, now let's get right into it. And also to point out, if there's no name for the submissions, then you can see on the bottom left, I have, for this episode, I have begun to, instead of putting timestamps in person by hand, I decided to put the name on the bottom left of my screen. So if you, all you need to do is just scroll through the VODs if you want to find your own submissions, had your submission been answered for this particular stream. So yeah, no more timestamping unfortunately, but do feel free to look at the bottom left to see if your name or your submission name is in there. Alright, with that being said, this one doesn't have a name, so I'm putting it as anonymous. And the anonymous person goes, my little brother and mom had been fighting a lot. Neither of them are willing to listen to each other. I don't know how to sort them out. We both live with our mom. Yeah, you see, there's a small problem here. Is that I have the exact problem in my household back in the day, but my only way of coping and solving this, it's not by communication, because I know for a fact that there's no way for them to compromise with each other. There's an inherent problem with parents' opinions, is that a lot of times they think they know better, which in most applications they are. They do. They have a lot more experience in life. They are the person who raised you from the ground up. They gave life to you. They should know better than you are. But the problem is the preemptive condition for them to be able to resolve their own tense relationship is if they were to start listening and started to take in opinions and make compromises. So once again, if you really want to solve this, I just want to say, sit both of them down and make them not raise their voice. You need to be the absolute voice of truth, order, and peace. Alright? You need to be able to get on top of both of their speech and their arguments, and make them known that right now with that conversation, it doesn't work when all they want to do is point their improve their own points. What you wanted to do is, in that particular conversation, you want them to understand about the perspective of each other's fundamental thoughts. Say for example, me and my parents have a really strained relationship back in the day because I like to be open, I like to be emotional, but they want me to be more independent and a lot more stoic, because that's what makes me more of a top, even though I'm a bottom. So me and my parents back in the days have a lot of arguments about me being emotional and the fact that I like to shed tears when they don't want to see me cry. But the only way that I can make them understand is that I want to sit them down and make them know that I am just an inherently emotional person. And I can try my best to not show grief externally. But that doesn't mean I'm going to be suffering within. So unless you have a way to not just say suck it in and be a dude, you cannot make me stoic in all way possible. That's how I make them listen, at least for a tiny bit. They started to make me, like, let me do a lot more things that's like ease my stress of everyday life. They started to let me do a bit more leeways of a lot more stuff that I wanted to do just so I can relieve that stress. But they still maintain their thoughts of me, like me required to not have that much emotions in front of them. And I did that exactly. So it's all about compromise around here. And there's no way that one side's going to be stepping back while the other side step forward. Both of the parties need to step back at the same time, if you understand what I meant. You sort of act as a mediator when you're just a child. Maybe you get a neutral outsider who's still part of the family. Yes, then are you talking about me? so it's, yeah, it's the matter of if you are just a child and you can like be the mediator in that particular relationship, then find someone who has the authority to be able to do this and knows the exact notion of what I'm talking about, or there's similar notions to be able to extinguish the tension instead of escalating the situation. Communication is two-way. If only power speaks, then it's dictation. Exactly. That is a great saying. That is, in fact, a great saying. There's always going to be compromises, and compromises doesn't mean that you're always stepping back. It's that you're stepping back at the same time your enemy or your opponent is stepping back as well. So, please, there's always a way to cope with this. Hell, I also cope with the worst way possible, but like it's kind of just me being a silent participator most of the times, participant all the times. Because whenever I run into a problem with my parents, ever since our arguments about like stoicism and emotions, I kind of just stopped arguing with them, and I kind of just go their way so that they're happy. And as soon as I got the chance, I ran out of the family. I ran away immediately and started doing my own things. So, not to say that my way is good. Definitely not good. It has garnered me a lot of low self-esteem problems. I have depression and low self-esteem when I got out of it. I still have that low self-esteem inherently embedded into my emotions. Like, I don't credit myself as much as I should, as you can see. Say for example, the merch that has my name on it, I will go like, yeah, you can buy it if you want. Instead of saying that the artists work extremely hard on it, and please support the artist and support the brand as it helping to keep going. That is something that I should say, but I could not bring myself to say it on a serious term. So that is indeed my problem, and I'm not to say that that is what you should undeveloped. What I'm trying to say is communication and compromise. That is what's important in a relationship. If it's not a if there's no communication, then as Sora says, it's a dictation. Something that just can't be helped. Yes, I am just an inherent I'm just an inherent bottom, I guess. So yeah, sometimes it can be helped, and that is true. If it cannot be changed, don't try to change it or stress over the fact that you can't change it. So yeah, do keep that in mind. Even as an adult, I at some point stopped to try to reason with my mother. It was pointless. At some point you can just leave. Yeah, fair. And also, I can try something. And I like... no, not that way. Sometimes, you need to set the mood to make things a tiny bit better. I probably want to do that later. It's okay, because I probably need to have a 30-minute break or 10-minute break in the midst of things. buy it or don't if you want it. There's literally every time HighTideSha promotes merch. I don't want to force people to buy things because that, like, what? I am a good person? I am a good content creator? That's still their choice. But you know, whatever. That is my particular perspective, but I do think that is very much discrediting the developers as well. Yeah, I'm not a good person. Let's just be honest. I'm not a good person. I'm not really a good content creator either, but like, it's just, you get the idea, okay? If that OP mother is a good person, that's all from me. Well, I do know that my beloved mother is a good person, so yeah. Support her. Support her art. Love her. To tenfold. You're a good person? Are you guys? Are you? What do you constitute as good? Here down to this philosophical question here again. Just kidding, bro. You're a great content creator and I love you. Oh, that's sweet. You know, just a total sidegrass again. I've been noticing more and more that I am more of a black cat than I wanted to admit. Like, I find it, like, I didn't even try to ghost people when, but it just keeps happening. I only come out of my little, like, alone hole whenever I want it to be, and just like 10 minutes out and then like another 2 hours in. It's I don't ask questions unless unless I really need a help, or else I'm just gonna suck it up and do it myself, which is not a good thing. But yeah, don't be like me, alright? And when it comes to things, on things like this, if you need help, use help. You're one of the nicest person I know, so oh. You better promote your merch or else I will draw you pregnant. How about I promote my merch and you also draw it? You know, as a person who has a fan base, I shouldn't have said that. So, yes, I'll promote my merch. Thank you very much. What? I'm just curious. I'm curious about what will happen. Oh, you know, no. I think I'm a good person. I can be ignorant and oblivious, but I don't rarely intentionally harm to people. And I guess you're a good person. I'm not surprised anymore. It's just curiosity, but curiosity does kill a cat. And, well, yeah. Alright. Anyway, back to it. Now for the next one. Curiosity. Curiosity. Alright, now for the next one is a person in all caps, as they really want to have in possession of this thing, so my beanie plushie. There we go. Yeah. This is the next person's name, and their struggle is how to get 30 hours a day. And that's the niche part. You don't. You definitely don't. And I wish that every single day has 48 hours instead of 30. And I'm sorry, but we're working on the beanie plushie, okay? I'm trying my best here. You brought down your... what? Yourself? Oh, there's time I draw... I can see no more. You drew yourself. I didn't say I want that. Exactly, okay? So that was on you, so... Maybe lurking about and definitely listening to the talk. I am sorry for your loss, Butter. Oh yeah, but if you're referring to the the lack of time that you have every single day, and the fact that you want more hours into the day, let's just say that it's only gonna get worse as your life goes up. Back in the days, when we're teenagers, we think that 8 hours of class a day is very much of a torture. Then it got to adulthood where you really wanted to work like 4 hours or 2 hours a day, and you want that last 8 hours to be sleeping, and your energies get drained exponentially more compared to back when you were a kid. But the best way to try to utilize it is just nail down what you want to do today and make sure that you do it today. No matter if you procrastinate to the end of the night, or if you like have something that you do early, no matter what it is, just nail something. Don't even need to be something that needs to be pointed out time for. Just something that you do for a day. Like I've got to. This is not the best example, but whenever I wanted to do my laundries, I always make that mental note and put it on the huge whiteboard that I have in my place. And and what I'll do is I'll play like a bunch of video games. I will do my work in streaming, or like I'm writing stories or doing my homework, and then I'm gonna be tired, walked to my bathroom, and then see that whiteboard, and I go like, you know what, screw it. So I just take my laundry out. So like it's just a matter of whether I see it. It's like a gambling system, but for my own procrastination. But nonetheless, I still do it at the end of the day. So yeah, it's people keep saying that time management is important, but let's just be honest here. There's only psychopaths who do absolutely pinpoint time management. We all have our own time management ways, and some of the times it's not as efficient as you want it to be. So just do what's comfortable with you, and don't have any regrets at the end of the day. That's all I can say. I know a method, but that requires a bit of moving to another celestial body. Celestia, your cue. 30 hours a day, more likely time management, scheduling, and priorities. True that. Because 8 hours a day is quite small, to be honest. What number are we at right now? 22. 22, foe. How's your day, huh? You who never manages my time. You still got leverages. Don't worry. Enjoy your time as teenagers and as non-adults right now, okay? Because when you hit that age when you need to do things for yourself and no one else is there to tell you what to do things, that's when you realize that you're so free, but you're so busy at the same time because you never have enough time. 20 out of 68. This is the second submission. Yes, indeed. But yeah, me being an adult sounds so yes, very fun. Very fun. You got so much expenses, so much money that you can spend, and so little time that you can spend it with. I don't want more, guys. Yes, it's like 68 right now. Danke. Almost got to the nice number indeed, but hasn't been the submission yet, so yeah. Anyway, now for the next one, from a sad artist. Man, he's just like me, for real. Alright, what do you have struggles for, huh? I have struggled a lot with finding time to work on stuff that I want, as I am in a position where I'm only doing stuff for others and taking responsibility that definitely shouldn't be mine. But there's no one else that could deal with it as I do. I want to find ways to surpass myself and let others see what I'm capable of as well, but I'm too afraid of failing on doing so, and that I would only mess up everything. I can only blame myself for being a coward and not being good enough for everything. Bro, you're just like me. What the fuck? What's going on here, sad artist? But yeah, that's 2 paragraphs and a lot of things to go through. So yeah, let me go through it chronologically by how the organization is. First, I need to ask why and what kind of things that you wanted to find time working on. Because like, if it's something that you're working on, for example, you wanted to be a successful artist and you wanted to like work on arts at the same time where you're working, so that eventually you can become a successful artist, then unfortunately you just need to sacrifice a tiny bit of your responsibility, which leads to my second point, is that what do you mean by you're doing things for others and taking responsibilities that definitely shouldn't be yours? Because if you're doing that for the sake of being nice, like a lot of people does, like, okay, if I don't do this, then the entire group is gonna fall over. They need to understand that at times, if your team doesn't want to succeed, don't let them succeed. Like, I know it's important and it also reflects on your own abilities and your own overall scores, but you need to understand that taking responsibility for others, it is not a good way for you physically or mentally. And I learned that in the hard way whenever I'm doing group works back in college. Like, every single time when I'm doing group works in college, I'm always the one organizing everyone. I'm the one catching on with the schedules. I'm always keeping my eye on everyone's progress and doing like 60% of the work at the same time, finalizing all the materials that they have found for me, and then make sure that all of them know what they're doing before the presentation begins. So like, I learned the hard way that if you want to do things confidently, the only person that you can rely on is yourself. But I also understand that there's a certain degree of responsibility that shouldn't be felt on a single person's shoulder, because no matter what, that's going to eat you from the inside. So for the love of freaking God, for your own sanity, if you're doing things for other people because you're a good person, I would suggest you to stop being a good person just because of that undue number on your mental health. At the end of the day, it is good to help us. It's very good to help people. I love helping people too. Heck, I like when it comes to video games, when it comes to doing things in general, I love to be the one who's right next to the person who's on the main stage. I love to be that person who's like mentally preparing and helping the person to be better and be the best person, instead of me being on the main spotlight. I also love helping people, but at some point or else, if I'm doing too much just for the person to not earn that position, then I wouldn't help them in the first place. If they don't deserve it, then what's the point of putting them on a pedestal in the first place? Right? So, in that regard, if you're doing things just because, well, you want to be the better person, then assess if it's worth it or not. Alright? Because the people are just like, this person connected to you, make them do... Yeah, exactly. It's so stupid like that. It's like me. Yeah, oftentimes you have to be selfish. It is our... it is time to realize that it is good. It is very good. And it's the focal point of a human being to be kind. But there are also times when, if the person doesn't deserve your help, then you don't need to be kind. Alright? You provide that example on yourself, Nious. Are you prepared for it? Prepared for what? On which one exactly? Because I think it was a little bit too late to reading that one for you, Sora. How's it going there, Ian? Have you gotten your $5 in your PayPal yet? I definitely gave you an invoice, not... Did you get that email today? For me, I think there's a limit to how much I can be helpful. Yeah. It is true. You can also assess from that. And also, I have not gotten to your McDonald's one yet, Ian. Because we at submission 22nd, and we're at 68 on limit. Your example, Nious, stop being a nice person. Oh, right. Okay, I have this middle ground of being a horrible person, is that, going back to the college project thing, for example. I would, in no time, out the person who doesn't do anything. Like, legit. Like, if the person doesn't want to do anything, and I clearly tell them that if you don't do this, there's nothing else you can do, then I will straight up out that person at the end of the presentation or to the professor, so that I make sure that she doesn't get that scored. So, I remember this one project. It was about social linguistics, and it was about linguistic, about accents patterns, and we need to do interviews a bunch of times with the projects. I organized the interviews. I asked a bunch of interviewees to participate in that interview, and I gathered all the intels. All I did was I let the rest of the group handle the presentations and how the PowerPoint works, and I kept my eye on every single part of the presentation, so I make sure that everyone do their own parts. That person just doesn't do anything. He doesn't do citations. All these slides are half-assed. It's all just like my graphs that I put on myself, screenshot it, put it onto the slides, and call that a day. So, the night before the presentation began, I make sure everyone had their own script, and every single one of them had their own responsibility. And I make sure everyone fell asleep, and went away, and I modified the presentation slides to put every single one of these parts to be just my parts, so that I remodified. It was my intel anyway. All he did was he screenshot my graphs, so I just put the actual graphs on there. I put bullet points in there that I wanted to, and I put his name out of the final citation part. and the final credit parts. So when our group came up, he was on the side waiting for his turn, but I just caught onto his turn. And towards the end, I had this full speech of like, okay, now I know that you're curious about this, Professor, but I do know that this blah 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 person did not participate in the presentation when you said that, and every single person should. The reason for that is because I replaced all that with all the job before. So I redid I put screenshots on screens of what the slides was and what's the progress of the entire thing, just for the entire class to see that person didn't do shit. And the professor, accordingly, gave him 0 on that presentation. And he still hate me to the gut, but I fucking love it. Like, I publicly shamed him in front of 50 students and 2 professors that he doesn't do his own work. That's how much pettiness I will go into if you don't, like, repay me back for that one. Like, I did all these works and all you did is sit back and let me do it. And I even told him that if you don't want to do anything, I will do this. Right? I gave you all these instructions. I'm managing the entire group. I'm doing all this. So if you don't even have the courtesy to at least follow up on what I'm doing, then you have no right to be in this group in the first place. So I live up to my expectation. I did exactly what I wanted to do. I outed that guy to the fullest. No need to let others take advantage. Yeah, exactly. So I did that. Even though I still feel bad about it, but I don't give a shit. Tiny bit. Oh, Karen went to 30 super. Cool. Thank you for the super there, Karen. And that is college for you. Thank you there. You're listening there, huh? He did that to himself. What was he expecting? Yeah, exactly. So he deserved it. He deserved it. Yeah, everyone pog for Karen, and I'm gonna publicly apologize for all the hassles and all the problems I've caused you, Karen. I'm sorry. Take care there, Karen. I was good at going there, Koga. And you too there, Sky. Good morning, manager. How are you today? Well, doing well. I do have food poisoning right now, so yeah. In any time possible, I'm probably gonna run to the toilet in no time, but I'm probably fine. It's on his third Smirnoff. No. That is in fact a lie. Do not listen to him. Do not listen to him. Okay, but I just realized that we have not been talking about the entire script again. So yeah, coming back to the entire struggles of you have there, I just want you to know that you need to assess whether what you're doing deserve your attentions and deserve what you should do now, so that you to the point where you cannot prioritize what you wanted to have a passion for in your life to take the majority of the time. I'm saying that because, like, working drains, I don't know about you, but working in general drains my sanity a lot. Like, it's like I need to take a long break every single time when I go full force into something. And that particular break requires me to do something that I'm passionate about. So what I do is I prioritize the importance of hobbies instead of works in most of the times, which is not a good thing on paper. But let me explain. I do this because that whenever I work, I can feel exponentially better whenever I'm doing my passion. Because I'm rewarding myself by leading that happiness after doing something that I'm struggling with. So it is true, I still take a lot of sanity off of myself whenever I'm working, but I heal myself a lot faster whenever I'm doing my own passion. So yeah. For legal reason, yes, I like your messaging. So and not to say that you should prioritize your hobby, but you definitely need to assess whether what you're doing right now and the things that you shouldn't be doing yourself, it's worth your time to do this much. You need to make sure, manager, you need to make sure that you take better care of yourself. Make sure you're getting enough rest and that you don't push yourself too hard. But the focusing doesn't last long. Well, I think it's already easing up, but it's still kind of, yeah. I had it since like last Sunday, so I don't know. I'm just gotta take care of myself. Don't worry about it, Sakai, and I'll take care of myself afterwards. I have work to do. I need to focus. I won't be here for the rest of the streams. Take care. All right, there. Good to have you here, Angela. Till next time, there. Anyway. As for the next part, I want to find ways to surpass myself and let others see what I'm capable of, but I'm too afraid of failing on doing so, and that I would just only mess up everything and I can only blame myself for being a coward and not being good enough for anything. Well, first, use comma. Second of all... first of all, yeah, use commas. Second of all... if you want to find a way to surpass yourself, then you first need to find that confidence. So let me put that example here real quick. I used to have this like immense competitiveness in video games. Like I went semi-pro as a CS player before, sunk in like 8,000 hours on it. But there is an inherent problem with myself that I was never able to answer until I stopped being a pro. I stopped being competitive in video games in general, is that I don't have the confidence to surpass myself for it. There are people who has really good mechanical skills, but they were never able to prove themselves in A teams, in like prime teams on higher difficulties, and vice versa. There are people who has mediocre skills, but they have the confidence to pay the bill. So it was at that point when I realized that confidence itself, it is not just a byproduct, but a crucial part of what makes you proud and makes you surpass others and makes yourself shine in that sense. So, so what you're supposed to understand is that you not only have to know about what you are capable of, you also need to know that you can do it. That is the easiest way to say it. All right, confidence takes you off your feet, and even if you fail on doing so, as you say, then you need to understand that we all make mistakes. All right, we all make mistakes, and whether the mistakes is about you or about something that's uncontrollable, you can assess that to situations and know if that is supposed to happen or not in the first place. So again, if you have the skill and you have the confidence, chances are you're gonna be doing way better than other people. All right. Remember there were 8,000 hours on CS:GO. You guys gonna need that a lot. Not that. You sound so much like Shia LaBeouf right now. Do it! Just do it! Make your dream come true! All the dark mention feels kind of personal. Indeed. Deep dark talk. So yeah, confidence is really real. Like, I have seen a lot of people who are like, okay, I think I'll take that as an example, I guess. Okay, let's call him Try Driver Dave. How about that? Dave here. I met him in Apex. I have 2,000 hours in Apex, while he has 4,000, and he has the mechanical skills so much better than me when he's shooting targets, like when he's in a firing range, than he is when he's 1v1 with me. Like, I see him fighting all these fights being the most passive person possible and taking hits before they start hitting him, even though he has the ability to hit them and aim at them prior and like seconds before the enemy can get to them. But what he does a lot of times, including 1v1s, like, I remember this one time where I was like, okay, there's no way that I can compete with this guy. I beat him, and we spar out in the firing range in Apex, and we went for best of 10, and I won that by a margin. Only because I was more aggressive and I take a lot more dynamic turns than he does. But all he does is just like, he's waiting for things to happen and then adapt to it, which is not inherently a bad problem, but that stems from the fact that he has an extreme lack of confidence in his own decision making. He'd rather have a definitive right answer to every single thing than to pave the way for risk to happen by his confidence. So he doesn't take strides and take risks because he doesn't have that confidence in the first place. While I'm doing like tap strafing, wall jumping bullshit that may or may not get me beamed to shit if I were to position wrong, but at least I'm doing that so that I can have some better like dynamic options to it. So it ultimately comes down to the confidence. Even if you have the abilities, if you don't have the confidence to execute that fact, you'll never be able to surpass others because of it. Don't let your beans be beans. But we need more beans though. That is true. We need more beans. On the topic of people always thought that about failure, they would never achieve anything. Yeah, but it's also important to know that Murphy's Law is a thing. So if things can happen and it can go wrong, it probably is going to go wrong. So it's also important to know that kind of happens. Nious really just say fake it till you make it. Dude, have you seen my streaming history? Can you go all the way back to debut again and just look at like how nervous I was because I don't know what I was doing? Yeah, I literally pulled that as a streaming person. Like prior to this, I've never been on camera. I'd never do the streaming thing before. I've never touched OBS. Like none of the things I've ever that I'm doing right now, right here, is things I've done 2 years ago. So I literally just like, okay, ask questions, pretend that I know what I'm doing, and do it. That's all it happens. And I'm still having tons of scuff even till this day, but at least I have the confidence to say, hey, I fucked up. Laugh at that. That's why my motto is hope for the best, prepare for the worst. That's a good motto. That's a good motto. We know. Exactly, you know, and I know too. The fakest VTuber of all time. Are we all fake? Are we all real? Is life even real? Is the universe even important? Why are we here? Just to suffer. Precisely. So, bottom line is for this one, of course, it is true that the only person when you're making mistakes to blame is yourself. But it's also important to know that when you're blaming yourself, you need to understand what kind of blaming are you blaming yourself for. Are you just not good enough? Or do you need more work? Are you not built for this? Or are you just need to... Or do you have the prerequisite for it, but you just don't have enough hard work for it? Think of it from a more positive way when it comes to mistakes. How do you solve it? It's more important than what went wrong there. So, yeah. Acknowledge the problems, find solutions, and don't beat yourself to the pole. There. Everything exists because only while you're observing it. Precisely. So, I wish you, I wish you the best there, as an artist, and as your artist, I hope that you become a happy artist. So take care there, and I hope this helped you, even though I was talking about things completely unrelated to each other before. And yeah, all right. Now for the next one. Next one is from Pyra. I don't think Pyra is here today, so unfortunately. I hope that you're watching this right now for the VODs, Pyra. But if you are, then hello there. I'm reading your stuff right now. Let's see. What is your struggle? I grew up in an abusive household until I was 10. I left and was adopted by my parents. I still think that oh wow, I could run into my biological parents at some point, leading to me suffering from anxiety and paranoia. What do you think I should do about it? You know, if you tell me that I'm going to run into my parents again after I ran away a few years ago, I'm also gonna have same feeling of anxiety and paranoia. But instead, I want you to think like this: why would you dwell on the bad side of things that was already past when you are doing so much better right now? I'm not to say that don't, like, just forget about what happened before, even though that's kind of what you wanted to do at this point. To have that trauma in you constantly and have that haunting feeling of you could possibly run into the person that gave you the scar for is inherently a horrible thought. But if you keep that thoughts in your mind constantly, it's gonna eat you from the inside. Trust me, I know that. Like, I am the prime example of waiting too late to say things and always regret things that I could have done. And the same thing happens here too. There are things that you cannot change, and there are things that you're gonna run into no matter if you want it or not. But it's hard to just say like, oh, I can get through it, just like that. So I just want you to know this, is that you have been through that, you have survived through that. You were adopted by your new parents who are exponentially better than your previous abusive household, and that is good. You're a way better person now, and you deserve better. That is the important part. You deserve better, and you are better like that. So instead of focusing on the fact that they gave you trauma, focus on the fact that you ran through that trauma and got to the point where you are right now. And yeah, this is just sounds like a complicated version to say, hey, forget about it, be better. Look in the positive, of course, no. But like the gist of it is similar to that, because like if I run into my old household right now and talk to them about like what I have done before and what they have done to me before, I will still I never forgave what they have done to me. I never forgave about what horrible things that's happened to me just because their own notion, and I will never forget about it. I forgive them because it's past, but I do not forget about what they've done. So instead of hating on them by tenfold, I make it known that if I run into them, I will say that I still hate you. I still hate you, but it's already past. So you want to go out for a drink or not? There may be something beyond such things that if they have a resemblance of actual humanity and understanding in their minds, they will probably be able to understand. If not, run away from them as far as possible. It's not important for you to try to reconcile with things that cannot be reconciled. Just being happy is enough of a statement. Yeah, true. Family is who you choose to be. After all, the blood of covenant is thicker than the water of the womb. Even if you are related, they aren't family. They don't treat you like family. Exactly. So I know you cannot shake off the fact that my blood-related father is abusive, or my blood-related parents are abusive. But like, you need to understand that at certain points, if they're capable to do such a diabolical act, they don't deserve it to be your parents in the first place. Then why should you have the expectation on them then either? So yeah, don't be afraid that you're gonna run into them. Be happy that instead of running into them accidentally, well, instead of running into them regularly on a daily basis, you are not running into them accidentally. That's how you should think about it. Be happy that it's past. Don't be sad because it will happen again. That is complete reverse of what that is. Yeah, so there you go. And I hope that your current lifestyle and your current situation is way better than what it was before. Honestly, had a purpose. Hello there, Jimber. The oldest ego is never gonna be escaped, huh? Blood is thicker than deed, but sometimes you crave for water when you're thirsty. Or something else when you're thirsty, but anyway, that's not about this conversation. Right. Next one's from Ian, and he wants $5. I guess the $5 invoice has been sent, don't worry. How do you misspell your name there? Waitley, what the fuck? Shouldn't your name be spelled like this? Wait. The next one's from Waitley. How's it going there, 4? Sorry, I didn't greet you there. How's your day, huh? We are 5 inches in, an hour in, actually. You still here, Ian? Bro, look, you know what? I'll take you out for a drink, okay, Ian? I'm not gonna just send you $5 because you want some chicken nuggies. An hour already? Indeed. And we've only been through 5 of them. Even though one of them is a McDonald's request. Take it out for the drink, alright? That's more than $5 for you. You want a milkshake? Bet. What kind of milk do you want? Sorry. You shall get milkshake. After I finish working. I'm running my 5th mirror dungeon of the day. Whole. I'll give you whole milk, alright. That went by so fast. When you're really focused on something, that really went up really fast. Jesus Christ, the 5th mirror dungeon. You are crazy. Alright. Now for the next one. Waitley. Or Waitley. Because that's how you spell yourself. There you go. Alright, Waitley. Now for your ones. Procrastination and trying to stick with the rhythm-like schedule. To be frank, just want to scream out loud as it's getting better now. Huh? Just want to scream it out loud as it's getting better now. Oh, so it is getting better. But you still want some opinions for procrastination too. What? Well, I already answered that before, but I'm the last person you should be asking for procrastination, but because I'm also an artist. A lot of the times, artists' minds, especially the ones that overcomplicate things, there's a lot of moments where like, okay, you're writing for 3 hours in the surface, and all you wrote was like a bunch of bullet points and 2 paragraphs. That's what happens a lot with artists because of how much thought is in our minds. So from the surface, it looks like procrastination, but overall, for procrastination, try to stick to a rhythm-like schedules. I just want to preface it again. Only psychopath can do regular schedules, or really responsible persons. So don't think that for a second you gotta maintain a stable schedules just because you want that to happen. It happens mandatory, okay? It doesn't happen for normal people. If it happens to normal people, then that guy's doing something wrong, or he's a closet psychopath. Alright, there's no freaking way that a healthy human being can do healthy stuff. If you're a healthy human being, then you have your 7 sins. So as long as you're a healthy human being, then you will be doing unhealthy stuff in the midst of healthy things. People are not perfect. Alright? So with that being said, there's also a small thing that I want to point out is that stop overthinking. Don't overcomplicate things. The time that you spend thinking about things while not doing it can be used to do the things and make out mistakes as you're doing it. So a lot of times, at least for me, I overcomplicate a bunch of things in my life. And before I even began doing things, I already went through all the thoughts I could have think of. In reality, I don't have the experience to think of all the perspectives. So I ended up not doing things or doing things way too late or doing things wrong because I've been thinking too much about what could go wrong. In reality, I could have just do it and then see what can go wrong and then fix that in time. So just fucking do it. The only schedule that I ever really abide to on a constant basis is, in fact, my weekly schedule. I shit you not. The only thing that I've been doing like that's actually regular in schedules is the weekly schedule I post every Sunday. That is the only thing in my entire life that I've ever like regularly follow on because I made that as my mental thought and I love and I enjoy what I'm doing here. And without thinking too much about it in the process, I just want to have some fun things to do on streams, and that's what I do it. And when I set that day on it, I will try my best to do it. Even though there are times where I didn't do it because of some particular reasons, like last week. But there are specific times where I legit just like, fuck it, I'm just gonna do the things I wanted to do. And this is the time, and it kind of fits in with the schedule too. So if you have the passion, if you have the way to do it, and you do it, most of the times the schedule is going to form by itself. You don't need to purposely form a schedule just to buy to that one. Most of the times it doesn't work. Alright. I remember you saw Honglu. Yes, indeed. How's your day, huh? I don't trust people with stable work, school, life balance because you know who could do that. Like Yagami, indeed. Referring sleep is a necessity, especially you use your voice a lot. Indeed. That's why I sleep with 14 hours a day and I stream for 4 hours less for the rest of the day. So that means I have like 6 hours for my any other things, eating, working out, and homeworks. Yes, indeed. I have one shtick that helped me with procrastination. I try to do things as fast as I can, then I become being smug as hell about it. That could also work for me. That could also work for someone too. Like, there are people who stop procrastinating that I know of, that do things immediately as it comes down, just so that they have more times to like relax or make things differently. But yeah, it's a matter of fucking do it. Just do it. And Whaley added, don't get stuck with too many gacha games. I'm trying my best to not do that. So in the meantime, I probably is not gonna go back to 11D Space, even though Silas is a character. But hey, would you like Kira Yoshikake like example? Then sometimes creating is resting. Indeed. All right. Now for the next one. It's by Meow. I think this is my Yui again, is it not? But just gotta put the name right here. Meow. I think I used to be immune to gacha games because I can never get hooked on them. What do you mean used to? How many gacha games do you play right now, Ian? Thing's birthday is in 2 days. I know. But like, I'll be gone in 2 days. After the Thursday streams, I'll be away. I know, but happy birthday, Zane. Happy early birthday. I'm sorry, Zane. None? By the way, it's not must. Oh, it's must not. Oh, okay. Wait, what? Oh, it's UST. I thought it was used. Yeah. It must be immune to gacha games. Well, people get addicted to gacha games for reasons that is as different as others. So, if you're not like me who likes specific taste in dudes, then you are not like me who plays 11D Space and Genshin. And if you're the type of person that doesn't really like spending too much money on a character they could have just do the same thing in Elden Ring by farming the things in your times, then you probably would not like most gacha games. So, yeah. Bottom line is, good. Good for you. Well, I'm still here. Oh, welcome back, y'all know. And Weirdo too. Man, what? What happened? Alright. You know what? Let you be it. I'll go back to it. Alright. Next one from Meow, and their struggle is, the challenges or struggles in life is, how to deal with emotional bullying. Don't let it get to you, go as far as possible, and don't think that it's worth your time to be sad. Just like, the whole entire notion of emotional bullying to work is for you to care about them. And if you stop caring about that particular bullying, then you cease to get harmed by it. As the old saying goes, you can't hurt me by the way it matters. So, not to say that, oh, if you get cyberbullied, just turn off the internet, like, do that. No, it's like, emotional bullying can come in different versions, and if it's unavoidable, then I'm sorry. Like, for example, you're like getting bullied by the people in your class and you're gonna see them every single day and they're probably gonna pick on you every single day, then vocalize it to someone else that can help you cope with it. Because as soon as you acknowledge that to the person who's starting the bullying, then they won. That's the entire part about bullying, is that as they're triggering you to have that emotion. And if you gave that emotion to them, then they encourage you to do it again. So cope with it with someone else, makes it so you're not alone when it comes to emotional bullying. Not to say that you should have other people get bullied, but like, you're not suffering from the same issues alone. have someone who can accompany you with sharing this grief and not dealing with this entire thing by just shouting it to yourself. Vocalizing things and making them as plain as possible, it's oftentimes easy to deal with that emotion. Like, I'm not trying to tell you linguistic here, but there's an inherent parodies in details when it comes to forms of communications. And speech, vocal speech, verbal speech, is the lowest level of communications or storytelling in any media possible. That's why people say show no tells, or like they don't like narrators to just point things out in media or like movies, because as soon as you put that out, it becomes as plain as possible. Like, you went from having this epic battle with a bunch of these knights killing and sacrificing themselves just to get into a evil king's castle and came out on top. Just for the narrator to go, oh, the old knight has finally prevailed against the oppressor's reign of supremacies by conquering the castle. You don't feel the same amount of excitement just from it. Same thing goes back to about vocalizing, is that as soon as you vocalize that certain thought to someone else, it ceases to become as crucial or as detrimental as it is in your mind. Because action always speaks louder than words. So vocalize it to someone else that wants that can help you by listening, and share that thought with someone else, so that you feel like you're vocalizing and making the thing that feels not so matter anymore. So please take care there, you. Love gambling, and exactly because I know I love it. I never go to casino, almost never buy packs and gachas, but I've played a lot of these type of games to satisfy my urges. Alternative ways to satisfy your gambling addiction. Hell yeah. You cannot kill me in a way that matters. Fun guy when they're threatened. Yeah, they're really fun guys. Anyway. And what the fuck? From the things that Miaoyu has added, or that wants to ask me about, they said, the frequency of a sonometer wire is F. The frequency becomes F minus, divided by 2 when the mass producing the tension is completely immersed in water, and only immersing the mass in certain liquid. Frequency becomes F, divided by 3. The relative density of the liquid is... Huh? What? In water? Oh, in a certain liquid. Oh, the certain liquid is the one that you should know. The relative density of the matter, so it's F, it's F. Sonometer wire has become mass 0.2, so relative is 2F of the 6, I think. Or like square root of no. Why am I trying to listen? Why am I trying to answer your question here? I'm actually thinking about this. No, I'm not thinking about this. Good luck on this. Or its whole power to like remember King Theoden's speeches, especially in Return of the King. I'm not saying that speech doesn't matter. I'm saying that speech is an easy way to vocalize and to point things out. Alright. Oh my god. I think we found her. We found Cinnia. This has gotta be her. This has gotta be her. This Okay, for the next one, it's by a person called the next person is called Not Pink. I think we found her. And the struggle goes, well, it can be pink. I don't know. She does seem a little bit pink to me. I just saying, just a tiny bit of a detail. I don't know. Just a personal opinion. I don't know. Probably it's a little bit more pink than this is. Probably. But it's salmon. It's salmon, as she says. But her struggle is my chat keep calling me pink even though I'm not. I think people shouldn't call someone pink, especially you don't understand fucking basic color theory. Language. Miss Antimony. Language. Look. If everyone knows basic color theory, then you wouldn't be a special. then there wouldn't be an entire department just to know about what this means. An entire class just for it. All right. So look, be appreciative of your niche and correct as much people as you can to make a difference. All right. Oh, do you mean Miss? Yes, Miss not pink. This is yellow, I think. Yeah, it has a tiny shade of yellow here. Salmon is the kind of light pink color. Yeah, you tell that to Sin and make Sin not sign from that comment. I dare you. That ain't gonna work. Anything else you would like to add? No. And she did not check the bean. Oh my god. How dare you didn't check the bean? How dare you? That is so wrong of you, Miss Not Pink. I don't know, you sound like more of a Miss Pink to me now that you didn't check that bean. Everyone checks the bean. Can you screenshot it and show the screen? Okay. You know what, fuck it, hold on. Window capture. And then... there we go. I'm trying to zoom in. There we go. Uh-huh. And the most crucial part is that, how dare you? How dare you? Mr. Not Pink, or should I say Miss Pink, of not checking that. That is a cardinal sin from you right there. Literally. Blasphemous! What kind of salmon color are we talking about? Cooked salmon, raw salmon, burnt salmon? More like a just enough salmon. Ay. I think more of you there, Miss Not Pink. But I hope that you'll be able to educate people with their color theories. Alright. And I hope that people can respond to your not pink part a bit more salmon, even though salmon is a part of light pink. Take care of that, Mr. Not Pink. There's nothing else I can do. Yeah, does Cinnia speak like this on Discord or something? No. I don't know about... yeah, no, this is Mrs. Not Pink and not Cinnia, isn't it? Cinnia is a very gentle person, is a very caring person. Is indeed a very caring person. But when you hit on her nerve, that's when you know that there is a god, but just not by your side when she's here. Yeah. So take care there, Miss Not Pink. Right. Now. What the fuck is his name? Depending on the cooking level, salmon can change color, so limiting salmon to a specific shade of pink is a little difficult. Yeah, but like, isn't a certain cooked salmon orange at that point? wait, what is the color of orange when a salmon is not cooked? Or like, what is the cook level of the salmon when it's orange? I can't even speak anymore today, Jesus. Salmon. Is that baked? I'm not sure. I don't eat seafood, so don't really know. Alright. But first, now for the next one. How do you do this? How do you do this? This is the person's name. This is the person's name. How do you harm gaily? Like, How do you do that? Pink because blood. Ah, okay. Orange is between raw and burned. Okay. So cooked? Thanks. Mumbling. I don't know. Is that how you do it? Villager noise except sexy. Oh, yep, that's the one. I'm never doing that again. I'm never doing that again. That's really accurate. Nah, that's curse. That's curse. Freaky villager. Hey, yo. Well, I hope you're happy about that one. No, Clipify. Well, I hope you're happy about this particular submission person. Submission. He got talent in voicing gay villagers for the next Minecraft movie. My stomach aches just from reading that. That is utterly discomforting. But let's see. Okay. What do you have in store for me, huh? What if I actually not a good person, like fundamentally, like what if there's no going back and helping myself anymore? I got too sillily unsilly. Well, first of all, you have the first cardinal sin here, and you need to fix that by first use a fucking comma and punctuations and start using like in your goddamn sentence. It's a sentence, not a speech. Make it a speech, okay? Don't put like in there. God damn it. But second of all, there's no good person in this entire world, okay? There's not a single good person in the entire world, because in order to be a good person means that you should do the nice things. But not everything everything that a person do can be nice. So depends on this, alright? Depends on this. I want to tell you, for my example, I don't think I'm a good person either. I'm selfish. I am narcissistic at times. Conversations oftentimes have to go my way so that, or else I won't start conversing, which is horrible in conversations. And there are a lot of things that I could have done better that I'm just too selfish to do. And I've also done bad things before, like some small kleptomanic an act back when I was in middle school, things like that. I won't I'm not a self-proclaimed good person. I've done bad things. I've fucked up before. I am just as human. I've just made as much mistakes as a healthy human being does, if not more. So I want you to understand that we will never be a good person, but we can be a better person than you are before. Instead of looking at the things that you do badly and then beat yourself to the pulp for doing that, think of the things that you can do to remedy that mistakes. Those mistakes that you will regret doing in the first place. But don't be ashamed because you get caught. Be ashamed that you do bad things. That is a prerequisite of regretting your choices, okay? Don't be these freaking Minecraft YouTuber that did certain things. That did certain things in their careers, and then start with the video by going, I don't want to make this video, but a lot of you has been focusing on supporting me, and I appreciate that. If you start your apology like that, you are guaranteed not a good fucking person. Okay. You forgot the dog. Yes, the dog too. Stop, this is an insult to them and myself. Like, I can never... What? Fuck you. I don't give a shit about you using like in your sentence. I also use that when I'm speaking, but don't use that in a goddamn sentence. Don't vocalize your sentences. That's not how written sentences work. Okay. Brittany, how goes the what the how's it going there? Howdy. And yeah, just going through the submission right now. And yeah. How's it going, Areo? Welcome there too. We went about 3 minutes and 50 seconds for context. No, no, no. How many left? We're at 29. It's been an hour and 32 minutes. And I'm looking forward to finish the next one, and I'm gonna go take a tiny 5-minute break because my stomach is dying. Don't, no, howdy, no, howdy, no. Howdy, no. Please, for the sake of sanity, don't do it. Maybe a little bit further back. Okay, you know what? Don't say I didn't warn you, Howdy. Don't say I didn't warn you. And anyway, now for the next one. The thing that Herm likes to add is that I'm on all caps. I'm on an engineer and JoJo hyperfixation at the same time. This is horrible. I'm hyperfixating on what type of engineer I should major in. Wait. What does JoJo has to do with this conversation? Huh? You're on an engineering and JoJo hyperfixation at the same time. This is horrible. Is it related to each other? I'm hyperfixating on what type of engineering I should major in. Mechatronics or architectures are my top two. And I love Dio and Jo. What the are you okay? I love Dio and Joseph. I will guess that's Joe Star, but he well, they spelled it as Joe Water, JOEWATR, and they spell Joseph as JSOEPH, and Santa the Pillar Boy. Love him emoji, love you emoji. I'm tweaking. Good luck with your life there. God. Sure, just thank you for the information there, and good luck on your hyperfixation, things like that. And I don't know engineer, but pick things that makes it so you can hyperfixate on your JoJo at the same time on engineering, okay? Because I don't know what the difference between the two anyway. Mechatronic is like machinery, and architecture is like buildings, right? But there's also subcategories of that. I don't know about what this is. I don't have any extensive knowledge to answer your question here about what you should pick, but pick whatever is you have passion for. Like both of them are designing and well making machineries one way or another. So yeah. Does he like that one German JoJo engineer? What do you mean that one? What is this? What am I missing? Engineer. That's so stupid. That is so bad. That is actually so bad. Oh my god. Anyway, right. Take care of it there, Herm. Now for the next one, and I'll go and have a toilet break because my stomach is dying. Alright, now for the next one is by Coffee Cake. Yummy, but I don't like coffee, so take care there. My body is a machine that converts cheese bread into bad puns. Is there other options to the menu, or is it just literally only cheese bread and nothing else? Because if that's the case, then man, that's cheesy. Anyway, for Coffee Cake, the challenge that they have is it's been nearly an year since I stopped hanging out with my old friend group. It's one of those things where I voluntarily stepped out because it was one of those things where my personal interest and hobby were different to theirs. I will after this, don't worry, Sora. Anyway, of course, there aren't deal breakers, but it was how they acted towards things I loved and how I was mindful and receptive to things they like. They all enjoy League of Legends. Oh my god, this is where it goes wrong. This is where it goes completely wrong. You should never have befriended a friend group that loves League of Legends. That's a prerequisite for a good friend group. That's where it gets wrong. And League Center. And even though I couldn't get into it, I did my best to be excited for it and found aspects of it that I can enjoy and appreciate. Interesting characters, amazing splash arts, arcane. As an animation student at ALTYR, it was phenomenal. But when it comes to things I liked, it was hard to bring it up without them reacting in a rude and hateful way. It's those things where they already made up their minds hating and disliking it. Anything positive was just a backhand compliment. It hurt. Especially when my day offs are rare. And hopping on Discord call when I can talk about things I genuinely enjoy without being shut down for it was exhausting on top of the work stress. I ended up ghosting, but along with what that comes with a lot of unresolved feelings and there's just no closure. I do miss the good times, and I do contemplate on going back, but I don't know if I should. And I like to say about this, Coffee Cake, is that you shouldn't. You definitely shouldn't. What you're experiencing right now is, in fact, a toxic relationship. If what you value about positive feedbacks of certain topics, and you genuinely think that's a good case because you don't even play League, you don't like the game itself, all you do is you find ways to be able to engage their conversation just so that you have some topics related to them, so that you can meet up their expectations, when in return they don't give you the same amount of attention as you do. Instead of enjoying the same thing of what you like that you do to them, they instead become hostile and hateful to what you had before. And as you said from here, they're hating and / disliking it. They're not even agree to disagree on it. They're not even asking about like, oh, how it works in the first place. And of course, I don't know about the stories behind this. Of course, there's gonna be a lot more depths about like they're just being completely against it in the first place. Probably they're probably just like always just saying joking about it when you're being serious about it. Then that's a whole entire different stories. But if that's the case, there are League players, they live in perpetual salty. I'm not to say that I'm stereotyping all the League player to be absolutely toxic peoples and all of them in a friend group should all be condemned, but to be able to thrive and have a friendship in that environment requires a lot of irony and sarcasm and satire just for their own coping mechanism to work in such a toxic environment. I just want to point that out here. What you do shapes you as a person. And I'm not saying all League players are like this, but League definitely plays a lot of the huge part of how a person behave in that regard. Alright, I have met good people who plays League, but I've definitely met a lot of horrible people who plays League as well. So for them to be able to thrive in that means that they have some ways to cope with it, and that means that they have their own little small circles of the people who they gatekeep with. So I don't know if you people realize about this, but a lot of times when you're playing video games, especially competitive games like Apex or like any games that requires you to have random teammates when you don't have a full team, a lot of times when the thing doesn't go right, you quickly begins to blame on the randos on your team instead of blaming on the people who are around you, because you know them in person, they're in calls, and like it's easier to blame the ones that cannot fight back than the people who would fight back. So this comes down, this eventually leads to this like elitism, this friend group of elitism that can do no wrong with it together, see no wrong when they have the same perspectives, and no matter how much the friend group fuck ups, as long as there's randos on a side that doesn't belong to them, they'll antagonize upon them. And in that case, you are that person. You're not in the same same friend group because you don't have the same interests with them. So instead of understanding your own thoughts, they don't even try to care about it. In fact, they even go against that and hate on what you like as a person, even though you really want to bring them up. An echo chamber. Yes, an echo chamber. Indeed. Tribalism, that too. But I just don't want to use that word because tribalism oftentimes, including elitism as well, but elitism is a bit better in other contexts, to just say that. But tribalism is also a thing, yeah. And that's probably the better word to say, but I just want to like come out as political here. Kind of sad that sincerely praising something is kind of embarrassing. We must wrap it in ironic sarcasm to be cool. Yeah. Factionalism. That's also a word. Yeah. I had that kind of relationship before. One of my friends was handling friendship like a trade. It would never work. Yeah, it would never work. It's about mutual respect and compromises. So please, you need to start understanding that they're not good people to you. They're not good people to you. So why should you be good people to them? And what are the good times that you were talking about? Were they really being the good friends and supportive to your own actions when you view that as important to your life? If so, then if they're not delivering, then what is the point of going back to them in the first place? If they do, then you must point that out to them in the first place. Like, you must, if they're your friend and they care about you, then if you say that type of things, then they should listen to you. But if all they do is just like disregard it entirely and still act as the hating and disliking person and people that they are, practicing tribalism in the process and gatekeeping you from getting into the topics that they wanted, like simultaneously as you are like bootlicking them and their interest to remedy for a bit more interactions, a bit more attention from them, then I wouldn't say that's worth it, really. You really shouldn't invest in this relationship and this entire friend group if you don't have anything back in mind. All you have is just all this bad taste in your mouth. So, yeah. Just make friends who really cares about you. Also play League for a while, and while play it sometimes, but I never take it seriously. No ranking and playing only with friends. I didn't feel offended. That is good. That is good. And I'm sorry if it kind of if it directed your direction for a tiny bit, but yeah, I've seen a bunch of extremely toxic minds in not just leagues, but in every single competitive games in general. It's horrible to meet. To have them as your enemies, and even worse when they're your teammates. Like I have met people who the second I shit talk him for being bottom fragging, he just start feeding left and right, and like blocking shots in CS. Like there are a lot of worse people who have nothing to do in their lives, and it is worse for you to give them attentions and even be hurt by their actions. So just don't play multiplayer games nowadays if you want to keep your sanities, and don't care too much about the video games nowadays. Let the sweaty tryhards be the tryhards and play what we want to play as a game. Okay? Play ranking to get rewards. I'm kind of good at it, but some people take it too far. Yeah, some people do take it too far. The best mindset to competitive games to remember that second word games. You're here to have fun. Indeed, indeed. People take the competitiveness too hard. It's like, dude, you're playing competitive game. Of course I'm gonna try hard. Of course I'm gonna use the meta. Of course I'm gonna dumb down to all the optimal shit and all the metas. Because you're playing competitive games. It's a fucking game. You're not the main protagonist. You're not the next Cinnia. You're not Shroud. You're not Asu. All you do is to just dumb down the entire game by using meta and only weapon in the entire game to make it stale. And promote this toxic relationship with players and players. Like, you're not doing better for the game. All you do is to make the game dull and make the game unfun for everyone. And winning is not just about the game itself. So it's just fucking play the game. When people don't play games for fun. Yeah, it's so stupid. I love your 20 minutes of League yapping truly built different. I have another 4 hours installed for that one, but I'm gonna shit myself. I'm gonna actually die here if I if I go on a yap it. So no. The best mindset to compete against your heart to have fun. Some people are just like that. I've seen a lot of people with road teachers. Yeah, that's actually horrible. So like, just bottom line is coffee cake. I'm sorry. It's out of the question here, but yeah. Bottom line, these friends, I don't think deserve your attentions at all, because right now I feel like it's a toxic relationship just from the things I'm listening to. So think of it yourself. Again, is it really worth it for you to go back to a relationship if all you wanted is some affirmations from people who truly respect and support your choices? Or do you want people who are sarcastically talking to you and giving you little to attentions while at the same time you're bootlicking their own choices? Yeah, think about this. One thing I noticed is that those that get pissy in competitive games get more quiet when you say sorry. But there are also people like, yeah, you should be sorry, you motherfuckers. So, I'm not sure. I'm not sure. There are definitely more toxic people than you see. And I've seen a lot of them. Welcome back, Yopaku. Right. I'll be, give me 5 minutes. I'm gonna go recompose myself. I'm gonna go take a bit more pills. And, yeah, let's take a 5-minute break. Please, go get something to eat if you haven't. Focus on the things that you wanted to do right now. Go take a bathroom break. Or, yeah, do something that you can, that you need to do right now. And I'll be back in a bit, alright? Get your rest. Look, next week, I'm gonna be away. Completely. And I know the concerns here, but I'm fine. I really am fine. Tend to eat cheese bread. I'm gonna have explosive diarrhea if I do that. But I love the bread. I do want some bread. Some bread is good. Don't overdose yourself. Well, the last pill that I took was a while ago, so it's fine. It's my time to take the pill anyway. You're really fine. Don't take your time. Okay. Comparatively, like, I'm always in pain. Okay, I just want to point that out here. I just want to point that I'm always in pain in one way or another. I always find a way to hurt myself. So it's like a spectrum of pain. Okay, right now it's like if it's 1 to 10, that hole on the on the side of my tongue is like 11. But right now I'm on a pain level of 2, so I'm fine. It's at stable 3 most of the times, and if I get like canker sores, things like that, it's around like 4 to 5, and it gets really bad when like fever happens, and then that's around like a 10. But I'm at a 2 right now, so I do have food poisoning, but I'm fine. If I want to take a break, I definitely would. And masochist envy. I went away a bit. This guy went to take a break. I'm just about to. Alright. Are you really fine though? Take your time. Don't worry. I'll be back. Alright, I'll be back. In at least 5 minutes. Alright. So go to and do some things. Get some water, get some break, and we'll be back in a bit. Alright? Behave. Please. Behave. Yes, this is kind of like Dr. House. Yes, except I'm not as smart as him. But yeah, I'll be back. You know I can see the chat, right? What are all these, well behaving? I mean, yeah, you are, technically, but like, what are all these beam to the electric boogaloo shit happening here? What's going on? Beginning every day as new. Prayer for the love in beans. Being is beans, nuts is nuts. Prayer for the well, I guess we're back. Summertime is, yes. I couldn't find a boom effect, so this is what I have to do for now. And also, did I miss? There we go. Jesus. Yeah. Ah! Run me away. There we go. Gotta set the mood, right? The Martha said, set the mood. Face of beam, set the beam. It was seated there, right bean sides me. Boundary of beans. By respecting you because I'm certain I will never be beans. In conclusion, beans. The iron beans. Ah yes, the best kind of beans. The iron beans. What the fuck is happening anyway? Have you gone through a post about a guy doesn't like kids? No, unfortunately no. But I will assume that's you. Is that it? It's we're only at 31 right now, so it's probably more than that. Being those who are there. What? Who dare care for me? What? I was like, hey, I'm post sushi buffet ice. What the fuck? Oh, take care. Unfortunately, no. What? Wait, no. I just realized how bad that sounds. Unfortunately, no. Oh, ooh. Ooh. Whoa. I fucked up. Alright there. Anyway. I use a procedure if it's yeah, eyes. Yes, indeed. So, I'll see. Yo, my flesh to claim their beans. What the fuck? It is worth the price. And the cost to get the beans. You owe your flesh. And sacrifice what you must. The bean must be achieved. That's about whenever you had locked the form and if you decided to make into a series yet. I answered your question. And I have not seen it if you have just submitted it. So I guess that's right. May you waken beans. What the fuck? May the beans be with you. Oh no, may the force being with you. You did, but it was for, but you were for. What does that have to do with listening? Are you like stuffing sushi into your fucking ears so you can't hear it? What do you mean you are for sushi? How does that have to do anything? What? Serum beans, the serum bean, the bee virus. The greater beans. In case you didn't know, they were citing Project Moon references. That's all Project Moon references? What the fuck? I have not broken your beans. You did. In breaking that beans, you have broken. What the fuck? Okay. Well, when would the bean sack be a thing? Huh? Wow, I'm Bean Cliff. We just replace spoilers words with beans. That is actually pretty clever. But I guess I'll only know about them and appreciate them once I know about the references. And before we wrap up the coffee cakes one, things I usually look in your stream, so this is a fun way to kind of be here. Oh yeah, I'm glad that you enjoyed this particular submissions, and I hope you have a way better time with your friends nowadays. And I'm sorry for reading this too late, as there are a lot of commissions coming through. So yeah, nonetheless, if you listen to this coffee cake, then take care and have fun lurking, of course. You go to split the what the fuck? Huh? The bean tickle. Where to split the bin resont. What the? Okay. Now for the next one. By Joe. Little Joe. How's it going there, Joe? What kind of trouble do you have, huh? Been considering some bad things for myself, but I feel like I'm about to do anytime soon. Ooh. Any tips to get my minds off those things? And Joe responded with a colon D after saying that. What? Yeah. Okay, first of all, that colon D is a little bit. I'm a bit concerning about that. that colon D, but I'm sorry for what you've been going through to be thinking about those things. And there's a lot of things that go into it. If you have inherent depression and imbalance in your dopamine responses and adrenaline responses that requires medications, seek medical help immediately, as soon as possible. But if it's an episode type of things and you feel like you're about to do any of them soon, it's a little bit too general for me to answer this question, but you need to understand that whatever you're about to do, it's just an escape of whatever the issue is. And you either forever escape it by solving it and being alive, or you can escape that completely by doing these bad things and probably come back with more disabilities, or worse, never come back again. So do you want to live with all these thoughts in your minds and probably execute one of them just for the issues to never be resolved? Or do you want that to be something you resolve? No, Nious, I am the one who beans. You're the one who beans. But sorry, coming back to this. But yeah, it's hard to just say that, oh, just don't think about these thoughts if you were thinking about doing it. That's not how these self-harm thoughts work. You're doing that because there's no way else for you to go. And for that, I say there are plenty of ways to externally express and seek help with this. I know, no matter how many friends that you have, when you feel like you're the most vulnerable and you're in that episode of absolute depression in the abyss, you will be the most alone person ever. But you just have to weather through that thoughts. Let that emotion out. If you can't let it out, let someone know, and let someone have someone around you, so that you don't do anything silly with your own choices. Yeah, escapism is not a bad thing, but it's just temporary. So this issue's never really solved. You play Deadlock, half FPS, half MOBA. You dipped your delicious soul into MOBA ocean. You gotta end it with you drown in the depths of league. No, I would never. The only reason why Deadlock was even remotely in my freaking considerations because it's half FPS or half TPS, and the TPS part is the most important part for me. I really don't like the ability parts if it gets really complicated. If it gets really cheesy, then I don't like it. So, fuck you. Anyway, back to it. Yeah. So, any tips? Distract yourself. Do something that keeps you off that thoughts. Like, do things that makes you feel like you're most alive. And I'm not saying that you should go bungee jumping because of that. I'm saying doing things that you're happy about, and try to distract yourself by doing those things in the first place. Because like, I always have these episodes where I feel alone as well, but whenever I do that, again, this is not a good option, but back in the days when I had a laptop, I had this really stupid thoughts. I think it was like a few years ago. Whenever I feel like I'm really down and there's no one else to talk to, it's like in the dead of night, and I will hop on Omegle. Now, this is probably not the best idea for anyone, because especially for female, because like if you go on that site, you gotta see dicks. Like let's be real with you. Like 8 out of the 10 dudes that's on there is either like really cares about if they can get cheesy today, or get lucky today, or like they're already getting into the mood and they're gonna show you their beacon. So yeah, but I used to do that a lot, where I prepared a full 6-pack, and then I downed the first 2 cans, got myself really drunk, get that lick of courage, and then just go on Omegle and then just talk about things to the people who listens. And there are people who are also seeking for like a genuine emotional conversations as well. And when they landed, we just start talking left and right. Hell, I met one of my best friend, well, not like best friend, but like a friend that I still talk to a lot whenever I have the chance. Omega. We didn't even know what our name were. All we know is that it's a person that lives in the middle of nowhere, and another Japanese dude that just like speaks very little English, just trying our best to communicate with each other how struggling their our lives are. He has since learned a lot more English just to try to communicate with me, which I feel so bad because I didn't learn a word of Japanese. But I really tried to like clue him in every single time when I got the chance. And yeah, I met a really good friend that just, you know, that I would probably never be able to talk to had it been like 20 years before. So yeah, just bottom line is find someone that you can forget about or like externalize it. Yeah. It really is. Sometimes you feel like you don't deserve the right to be bothered someone you already knew it, and it sucks. Yeah. So that's why you feel lonely, because you feel like you couldn't contact anyone that you know so that you won't bother them. ごめんなさい、日本語わかりません。いや、全然いらない。For some reason, spilling your secret to complete strangers is easier than talking to someone you love. Exactly. As I said. And I hope that you're thinking about the call and B that you have right now. Because take care there, Joe. Alright. These thoughts are dangerous. But it doesn't mean that you're any less of a human. You have these thoughts because you're vulnerable. And don't let that vulnerable be your bane of your existence. Be a way to notify that you need help and you need someone to help you with this. And you are a healthy human being. Alright? Take care of yourself. I don't know. I can't establish a connection with anyone who, if we never met our life. It's like talking to random stuff. Like there's no boundaries whenever you're drunk, and there's even less boundary when the person doesn't even know who you are and you're behind a screen. That's why Omega really works for me. But I don't walk into someone on the streets with a beer in my hand and go like, "Hey, how you doing?" I don't do that. I only do that on Omega because like it's an added reinforced barrier for people who can communicate with you at the same time, have no stakes of you other than seeing dicks, of course, on Omega. But aside from that, you don't really have that much of a risk of you being in person and risking about your future impressions of others. How depressed are we in chat so far? Quite depressed. This one's a little bit depressed. But we were talking about beans before, so that was a lot better. So how's it going there, Edward? I can speak. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh shit. Oh shit. Oh wait. Fuck. Wait. No. Wait. We got it. We got it, folks. Woo! We got it. I'm just not good at establishing connection anymore. One time I was told that I'm annoying when I'm talking about my feelings, so I mostly stopped. But that doesn't mean that everyone everyone doesn't want to listen to your own feelings. Someone bound to listen. So just like, yeah, just take care of the boundaries. Know about the boundaries before you do that. Lock the submission. Is this all we gotta do? Just 69? No. Sorry, but don't worry. We're solidifying the moment by having this on stream right here. So nice. That's always it is. That beam has to be alive still, indeed. Next we need to get to 420. This is gonna be a 4-year series. I'm gonna give him the top every single week from this point onward. Jesus Christ. A roller coaster of emotions. It's big enough. That's never what she says. 69 then. Ah. Oh god. Okay, right. Solidified. We're done. What? What do you mean? Repeat that slowly. What did I say? I didn't say anything. Right, next submission. Oh, I know what this is. There's a person called Hugh Jazz. A peculiar name that I've seen before. If you say so. Yeah. I say so. I very say so. Yeah, a person called Hugh Jazz. I'm gonna call you Huey from this point onwards. After all that, we'll get 6,969,420. Jesus. Huey sounds like a lovely. Yeah, but I think I know who this person is. Anyway, what is this, huh? Let's see. Help, Nious, a nondescript 16th century poet stage actor keeps stalking me, preaching things like a music-based diet and cheesy nihilistic one-liner. I hate it. He's not the real Shakespeare. Damn you, you're not real. Oh, well, yeah? A nondescript 16th century poets / stage actors keep stalking me, preaching things like a music-based diet and cheesy nihilistic one-liner. I hate it. He's not real Shakespeare. Damn you, you're not real. Is this a certain someone that keeps getting harassed by ice or something? I don't think I've answered this question, unfortunately, but it might be. But the best way to say it is that he's not only not the real Shakespeare, but he's also not the right Shakespeare. As you can say that. You don't even you say Shakespeare. It was they spelled it Shakespeare. It's not Shakespeare, it's his rival, Stablezor. That is the worst one yet today. Thank you very much, Howdy. Doesn't sound like it must have been a coincidence. This is not the last time when I saw Huey's name. It's definitely the one of the siblings. One of the twins. Of the Celestia family. Stablezor, is that the new AI? That sounds like a new AI. Shake that pear and shake that. Oh my god. But yeah, just know that there is an inherent logic about Shakespeare not being real. Even though I don't buy that, but you can try to get on their nerve if you want to ease up with the preaching here. But if not, the good old drop kick also works on multitude of people as long as it's land on the head. You get 8 seconds of stun times and at least 2 minutes of running away time. That is your way to do it. Or if you want to do it faster, you have the stun chance of at least 20 to 40 minutes if you were to hit them in the chest. In that case, you have to break a ribcage and they will be forever scarred by you, or knock the wind out of them so that they cannot catch you anymore. So, dropkick. Push comes to shove, use the self-defense rush. Yes. Or you could aim for the liver. Yes, indeed. A good liver shot can shut down the entire body too. But I love drop kicking. Did someone say drop kicks? I love me some. Yes, drop kicks. I love that. Stop his shaking, so to speak. Yes, indeed. Do not let them shake the pear. Casually gives felon advices. Hey, what's new, huh? Alright. Anything that he wants to add? Tea with or without milk, Nious? How about you do milk and then tea? Like, I love milk. I like tea. But like milk tea sometimes has a bad smell. Like, I'd rather have like fresh milk than tea. Or like tea and then fresh milk. He's Navi's friend. He's already homeless. How do you know that? Always aim for the balls, throws, or liver. How do you know I'm not on witness protection after what Navi did? Milk tea is basically Thai tea. So like milk tea. Oh yeah. Yeah, I guess. What the f... Oh, I found it. I found yours, Ice. I found them. I feel like if I say this is gonna incriminate me. Someone's gonna take it out of context. Can we milk tea out? What the fuck? You're only gonna do that, huh? How is that gonna work? Huh? Want to demonstrate it? Actually, if it's severe in human body, there's a good chance that it's a weak point. True. Any joints work as well. I may mean for the... Okay. Oh, take this! Alright. I don't want to read this. You know what? I'm gonna end every sentence as I said. Alright. I want... The person's called the man, the meth, the legging. I'm just gonna say ice. Alright. There we go. Alright, ice. I hate kids with a passion, as Ice said. I think they're dumb, think illogically and irresponsible, as Ice said. Whenever I hang out with friends, I would be the person who had the staring at the wall seat because my friends have to stop me from kicking the child like an American football player, as Ice said. Seeing kids riding a bike, as Ice said, push them off, as Ice claimed. Roller skating, as Ice asked. Trip them, as Ice responded. As no, not as I said, as Ice said. Learning how to walk, as he said, as Ice said. German suplex, all caps, as Ice responded. As I said, no, that is not how stuttering works. You hate kids? No, I don't hate kids. But, you know, the usual kid pun sometimes with like, really stupid kids. It is true, but, like, they're kids. They're meant to be stupid. They don't know better. So, the usual pun kid thoughts cross my mind a lot of times, but I don't punt them. Because I know that their action's supposed to be punt to hell. You call these like entitled, like selfish piece of shit who are ignorant to all hell man-childs. Why is that? Because they don't know better. Man, I can't believe you hate them that much to voice your thought on stream. False information! Kids are pure both in their kindness and their cruelties. And their self-entitlement. Self-cancellation! I'm not gonna continue reading this, hell no. Anyway. What? I heard many said that they have inserted this and that feature, but I haven't seen any of them yet, so how? My friends is getting tired, and I, for once, do want to see positive feature of Kid. So this is actually a question from Ice. Oh my god. After you saying all these things, am I incriminating you for child cruelties? You then say this? Well, let me answer you a question here. To completely disregard your elitism when it comes to humanity, and disregard that god complex of yours, so that you can see people as imperfect people as you are as well. Then you understand about kids being the simplest form of human emotions. Then you understand that. But look, I don't think that you're ever going to understand emotion and think that they're absolutely unnecessary for a functioning and a absolute optimally functioning human being. So yes, that will probably never happen. Well, 4+ is an age when you can try explaining to them how other people feeling works. And I hope they listen. Yes, they do listen at times. Pure chaos is not good as well. What about kid? Is pure order good for you? No. Kids are a reflection of who they see the most. Is that why I'm a piece of shit? I don't like kids most of the times. When I see them hiding the tall grass with sticks, I feel proud. Yeah, they're learning. Anyway, I'm condoning legalization for hunting human for... What the fuck? The said human will be chose based on how useless they are in society. You can't write this out. You can't write this in, like, I can't tell you if you're satire or not. Even if it's satire, like, this is incredibly out of pocket. You can't just say this. You know who did the exact same thing before? The second axis. They deem a certain population in the entire world to be not fitting for survival. So what they did was they group up every single one of that particular race and exterminate them as much as that they can before the entire world stop them for being cruel. Can you see the resemblance here, Ice? Do you see like the similarities of you at this thought and the people who got incriminated and caused millions and millions of people die in history? Do you know what that feels like? He didn't say you did it. He typed it out, you fucking... And now someone would take it on counter. Bruh! Ice, what the fuck? Bro, the things I must read in the server from this man. I grieve your... It's like condolences and everything for you. I grieve for your eyes and your mind. I'm right of those kids who look at sticks and go, oh yeah, that's fine. Yeah, that's a building of a simple thought of absolute catharsism. And I'm all for it, alright. The people who find the perfect stick for a sword, or like the perfect rock to do throw into a lake, then hell yeah. My point is ready to sit from your counterpoint. See, your point doesn't work because you view humanity and every single life in the entire world as part of an asset. But you cannot view things as an absolute rationale. Because if you view things as absolute rationale, then machine can replace everything that we had before. And everyone who doesn't fit for survival should be dead. And guess what? You don't fit for survival because you spend money on fucking virtual Vtubers. in that you should be investing that into the market in the first place. And B, I don't fit for survival because like I don't do things that's benefiting for the market other than providing this particular niche for the market and for exposures. So any way possible, none of the people fits your perfection of description to be a perfect human and survive from this. So everyone should hunt for each other and have this global genocide until everyone dies and humanity no longer exists. Not even you exist either, because none of us are perfect. So no, none of this should fit. All right, none of your points make sense because people are not perfect. You shouldn't view people as a perfection value because the value shouldn't work like that as a human. All right. Here's my perfectly serious question, counterpoint to you. Don't think people as actual like a perfection's value. You can't value a person by how perfect they are. They can be perfect. No one can be perfect. Even though if you're close to perfect at everything, then you're not good at anything. That's the thing. All right. Yes, exactly. There's no perfection because perfection itself is a fault. You can't call someone perfect because there are people who there's just bound to be things that you'll be good at and some things that you're bad at. This is coming POV and how people see me in their POV. Yes, and your POV is wrong. I can't say this, all right? This is the only one that I will objectively say that this thought is absolutely wrong. Because you are viewing in the absolute elitism God complex that doesn't work in a functioning societies where there's multitude of people in consideration, countless perspective into considerations that you cannot cater to an absolute 100% right or wrong. Things are always gray. So please, for the love of God, take this thought as a thing to strive for, but something that you shouldn't be as an end game for. Alright? We live in a society, legit! You think Joker is wrong? He is wrong, of course, but he's not right either. Alright? You think our caveman brain of collecting sticks for campfire hardwired us into finding joys in sticks? I think so. I just love how Nious is on a serious tangent about dangerous thoughts process. Meanwhile, the Chaz is on a tangent about sticks. Bro thinks he's a Joker. Perfect sucks since that implies growth can never be achieved. Exactly. Exactly. Perfection means no more progression in humanities and everything is absolute. Then what are we improving for if not for perfection? For the better! To improve the things that's not good enough. Alright? There's no such thing as perfection. If you know what's perfect? To just keep living your life as you are every single day if it means that you can be sustaining yourself as it is and never work and never worry about a day in your life about your food and you're living as much as that is perfection and that is not progression, you see, because that's perfect, right? Why does it sound like one of my past classes when I was teaching Jesus? So I'm teaching a freaking talk. So perfection's false goal. You can say that. You can say that. Perfection is a star that it illuminates our path, but never to be reached. But it is a mere concept, a goal. Not a false one, but not a true one either. It is a goal. Everything is a goal. And if you strive for the goal, you're having progression. Alright? I think the aim in life is just to find your own kind of happiness. Yes, exactly. There's no absolute. Just you need to stop focusing on the context of absolute, because guess what? There's never going to be an absolute in your life. If there's absolute, then you have no happiness. I hate false things. I will make everything suck. No perfection for you. What is wrong with you being black and white? It's like you never fucking listen. What have I been talking to you for the last 10 minutes? I go, okay, you shouldn't strive for the best. And now you go, okay, I want to strive for the worst. And if I say, don't strive for the worst, and now you want to go back and say, I want to go for the best. Like, bitch! Oh, welcome back here, Mayuri. I've arrived. Just came back from a chemistry class. What did I miss? I think we went through 2 of your entries again, and I'm not doing your freaking physics questions. So thank you for submissions, and feel free to go back to the VOD and check yours. All right. I think that's one for you. I think. There is one absolute. Baldur's Gate 3. That is true. That is true. Well, wait. What else is there? Oh yeah. How's it going, Duck? Just talking about elitism and imperfections and absolutes. About the kids. What about it? What about it? Do you want an opinion to that? About the kids? View them as imperfect. View them as a process of improving. View them as what you are before you know your own mistakes. And become who you are as a better person. Think of children as an unpainted canvas. This canvas has its own textures. Depends on what kind of canvas it is. It could be cloth, it could be paper, it could be anything else. It has different thickness, different texture, different boldness, different feeling, different way to express their own thoughts. But what matters is how you paint onto that canvas. You can make an amazing art with all these materials, no matter what kind of material that you use, because it's a canvas nonetheless. So when a kid borns, their thoughts are the most virtue way possible to put it out, because all they know is how this thought works, and all they know is how to say that thoughts. We don't know when we're kids, we don't know what is the depth of right or wrong. We don't know what's in the middle. Kids are imperfect. Adults are also imperfect, so I just treat them as adults. No. First of all, that sounds extremely wrong, because that sounds like a Minecraft YouTuber do, but you should treat them with the thoughts of understanding in mind. Alright? Understand that they're imperfect and act accordingly. As in that I mean that if their thoughts are to invert you, don't break their bubble too early. They're not fast enough to learn about what's the gray area of the world. Make them know and make them familiar with the rights or wrongs, and slowly ease them into the understanding of what is mean by perfection, imperfection. What does it mean by progression? What does it mean by making mistakes? What does it mean by understanding? Because you as an adult, a functioning adult, what you should know is understanding and consideration. And that makes you a functioning human being in this society. It is true, market goes around and progresses the entire world's economy. But that doesn't mean that humanity needs to work with economy undermines. Thoughts and humanity is based on human interactions. Alright? Which the therapy rooms are always piss tinted. It's called a soft tint of the color, okay? I'm trying to ease you into this thought. I'm trying to make you relax. But if this is what you wanted, then yes. I got the pea tremor on room tint. I heard someone say that genetic makes a gun. Childhood loads the bullets and a bad day fires that gun. Yeah. The therapist. Yeah, that's a good one. I tapped out for 3 minutes and came back for. Welcome back. I think our final goal is to learn how to understand everything. The reason more scientists strive to learn is to understand the universe. So I believe our goal is to learn about Yes, exactly. So, bottom line is, don't treat things with absolute. Once you know what it means by understanding, you'll know how to treat children's. Alright? Learn what understanding means. It's strange that we can flip flops between deep conversation and therapy. I'm trying to not make the entire tone of the stream to be too one-sided or not, so there you go. I hope that helped you. Nice, I hope that helped you. Back to therapist. Now, for the next person is Professor. Now, what you have, huh? I see salmon pink. So oh god. So the professor of color says this VTuber refused to acknowledge that salmon pink is indeed a pink that can be found on salmon and not salmon that is pink. The hue value are lining towards red then yellow, therefore pink then orange. How do I convince this is a delusional fellow? Did you do it a second time? Cinnia, did you do it? Did Cinnia did it a second time? Wait, what? Her most loved game, Final Fantasy XIV, called Salmon. Exactly! Wait, what? This video refuses to acknowledge that salmon pink is indeed a pink that can be found on salmon and not pink. Not salmon that is pink. The hue values are lining towards red then yellow. Therefore pink then orange. I think that's a color theory thing that I don't understand. How do I convince this delusional fellow? Wait, no. This is someone who's against Cinnia. This is someone who's against Cinnia. Wait. This is someone who's in Cinnia's chat, who watched both my stream and Cinnia's chat, who also knows color theory, is trying submitted this to me. In fact, yeah, salmon pink is a kind of color, but there is also salmon color and it's pink. Oh my god! So either way, it's always pink. It's been pink this entire time? Always has been. Surely she isn't lurking here in chat. I don't think she is today. She's quite busy recently, so I doubt it. Sorry, Carl. Often people call you romantic. I call you romantic right now. Oh, oh. Can you see the Gmail who sent the form? No, I can't. I can't. It's meant to be protected, so no. She's probably feeling a disturbance in the force. She's like, call the lawyer. Not a lawyer, the lawyer. Call the lawyer. They would like to add. I mean, Professor of Color. I cannot threaten my own self-preservations without confronting her about this. It is not possible for me as a person to give this take as an uneducated individual and running the risk of self-harm and potential death or worse, injuries, life-threatening injuries, while expressing this particular thought to the VTuber in mind. So so I do think that a absolute voice of reasoning is helpful for the current situation, but I just want to say, leave this between you and her. Alright. I'm not to say that I'm afraid of her. I'm merely saying that I have a mutual respect and I have a high regard on her ability to not only take care of me, but also turn me into mincemeat. So it is my best interest to maintain this high regard and this high respect, so that my general health will be at the utmost preservation. All right. Your sense of self-preservation must remain. Keep that between us. Yes, I will try. So, take care. And before she grabs the Flammenwerfer, Hans, hide the Flammenwerfer. We must not let her find the Flammenwerfer. Jesus Christ. Alright, take care there, professional, Professor of Color. And I hope your endeavor is successful. The next one is anonymous. So, I'm gonna put it right here. Just gotta put an anonymous right here. The next one, anonymous. This person said, I recently tried my hand at studying at college. However, for some medical reasons, I had to drop out. Oh no. Now I feel stuck. I feel out of options and like I've been kicked down and humbled. I feel like I have no directions, no passion for anything. This was you? Oh wait, no. So wait, Professor of Color was you? Oh my god. Take care, Sora. Take care. Good luck. Right, anyway. Yeah, this is about college, but I have a word to pick with you here. Is that you have been kicked down and humbled. You are not kicked down and humbled. You are your role was significantly twisted due to your unforeseen consequences. Alright? So I wouldn't say that you're kicked down and humbled. And also, judging from the fact that you have just tried your hands on studying at college and some medical reason it dropped you out, then what's stopping you from going back in? I really don't think that you should beat yourself to the pulp mentally just because you have lost time because of medical reasons. You still have plenty of time. You just don't have the same amount of time as the people who are similar to your age. Of course, you're gonna fall behind compared to the people who are of your age. But in your own time, you still have time. So I don't understand about this kicked down and humble part. Because I know you feel horrible for not being able to catch on to this. But I need you to understand that you have left nothing by dropping out of the college year. And, well, here's the thing for you. You're still at the stage where 18, 19, right? 19-ish, 20, probably. So, in this day and age, it is your job to find out what do you want. And To feel that you have no direction at all is completely fine. To have no passion at all is also very fine as well. I was like, back when I was like 20-ish, I wasn't doing anything at all. I was just playing video games left and right, right? So like, I never really had my passion prior when I was a kid, and definitely not when I was at your age. So I would like to say that don't feel too bad that you don't have direction at the time of yours right now. But it is also important to know that now is the best time for you to start thinking about something that you can do. So going back to, I don't know if you have go through all the VODs before this, but I'm gonna repeat this once again just for you. Find something that in a room of another 99 people, you can compete with those 99 people and fill on the top 10, or at least like compete and be on the top there. What I said, because not only do I need you to be confident about your own ability, but a general direction of what you wanted to do as a person. It's not just about that specific thing that you can do to prevail against other people, not as black and white as that. No, I want you to find something that you're truly passionate about, something that you can confidently say that, hey, I have the strength to do it. That is the way that you want to find for. So it could be multiple things. It can be the smallest things, from like your passion of your entertainment, to something that you can try to twist it to make into working things. You don't necessarily need to go back to college to finish that, if that means that you're going to waste more time on things that you don't want to do. Again, assessments, trying to find things that worth your time, do things that you want to do instead of doing things that you need to do. Because most of the times, with how planned school and a lot of people's life are earlier there in their lives, a lot of times the things that you need to do is oftentimes the things that you don't want to do, and things that doesn't really benefit you as a whole. Like for me, I did a bunch of things that doesn't benefit me back when I was a kid, and they were like, oh, you're gonna have all these skills, you're gonna have all these skills back in. Like, I remember learning piano before like once or 2 weeks, and my parents were really like resistant about, like, they just want me to know how to play piano. And up until this point, don't know what music is, never sang a single note until I became a VTuber, and never play piano afterwards. And I don't even know how to do that piano in the first place. So I know it sucks right now for you, but it's also time to realize that you didn't lose much, but you also need to start finding things that you can earn for. Alright? And I'm giving you very vague opinions again, because I don't know your situation. I don't know what you like. I don't know about like what your situation is, about your medical reasons, as if it's like wheelchair bounding things that disallow you to do things that you used to do, like sports, things like that. Then of course it's gonna be things changes. But it's important to know that doesn't mean that you have no option left. Alright? There's always options. There's always options. It's just you haven't found it yet. This wasn't my submissions, but it's similar to my current situation, so thank you. And thanks a lot for the advice. Oh, you're welcome. There. I hope that was of help. Yeah, so if it is, and I'm glad. I'm very glad for that. Since it's very vague. Yeah. Need to learn piano for like 2 weeks. It was the second week when my coach told my parents that this is not gonna work. So I was promptly dropped on that. Anyway, yeah. Here's a little more Nious lore to you. Yeah. Oof. I mean, things happen. Shit happens. Alright, now for the next person. I mean, this person's name is easy. His name is Anyway, right. Next person is called A, or A. Right. During childhood, I befriended a lot of troubled people and get close to many, but at the same time, many of them ended up in unfortunate situations, and some are now below ground. Jesus. Now, as an adult, it's as if I'm subconsciously keeping an emotional wall between me and everyone else, because I'm scared of feeling some pain of losing someone to something completely out of my control. Yeah, I didn't have on a high note, huh? Fuck you. It's literally Mm-hmm. I don't think I should say anything related to the game or PN, but the name. What? No. Oh, so how's it going, Mikhail? I forgot to greet you there. All right. They don't know it's Ayin. Ayin? Huh? Okay. Anyway, but I assume that you're too afraid of opening up and losing someone in the process. So I'll have to say, I kind of don't want to answer you now because you said that ass is better than boobs because everyone has it. Boobs can also be good, okay? Okay, I'm a boobs man, okay? Fuck you. I apologize for unrelated topic, but please do not read the what person knocked ID kids. You're most funny streamer I've found in months, and I don't want you to fry your brain. Okay, fine. Take care there, Mikhail. Letter A, B, or and C has been ruined by Project Move. What the fuck? Okay. Anyway, back to it. Sorry. Back to it. I wanted to, the next few minutes of me explaining this is going to be a conclusion of just open up and enter to trust people more. But I want you to find this middle ground where you find a way to rely on a person that's close to you as a friend who you can trust, but not too much in. I have, like, for example, for me, I have a bunch of different friend groups, like left and right, countless, if not dozens of friend groups that comes and goes. I have like left 4 to 5 friend groups who are upwards like 20 to 30 that I know of, throughout my teenagehood to adulthood. And right now I have another dozens of group of people that I call friends. I rely on them for a lot of like fun things, entertainments, and I trust them for my informations and about me as a person, and I trust them about opening up to myself a lot of times. Like drinking, playing games, going out, hanging out, things like that. But I always have a mental note of who the people I want to be close to and the people who I want to be really close to. There's a difference between being close to someone and be friends of people, and there are the people who are really close to. The type of people that you really talk about your feelings and not afraid to be open for is like 1 or 2 people in your entire life. A normal person's friendship and a soulmate of theirs is most likely going to be like 1 to 2 person. I have like 1 to 2 soulmates, and that's it. Like probably 1.5, I guess. But I have a bunch of other friends that I can call them friends that I don't put that much trust. So if I lose them out of my control, it wouldn't be hurting as much, even though it will still hurt because it's my friend. But at that sense, you didn't trust them enough to lose that much yet. I'm not saying that you should like, hey, value your friends by how close you are, and then don't grieve when they're not close to you yet. Feel grief. They're still your friends. But please do not put too much of your eggs in the same basket every single time. If you always get full force into a relationship, no matter how successful it's going to be, you're going to lose that bit of that sanity just because you want to full commit when the other party couldn't. And even if you can do well in a good relationship, that doesn't mean that you won't start another relationship in the first place. That's just as a friendship. In that case, you're going to be diverging your attention between the 2 friendship and 2 relationships, and that's going to drain your mental health a lot more than you think. Be nice is hard, as you can see, as you know. So don't force yourself to be nice and force yourself to be open for everyone. That's not what I'm trying to tell you here. I'm trying to tell you that you should locate your own trust and your own friendship and your own value to someone else before just going full force into a full relationship. That's not how it works. It was a bit of sanity, said the streamer. Were you ever sane? No, that's why I'm a streamer. So yeah. Do you think any streamers were remotely sane? Come on. Insane is the least thing to describe me here. I'm gonna send a few more. I gotta take 2 more streams to reach. But would you rather philosophical questions or personal tragedy like Unleash the Beast one? whatever you want to have in your mind, man. I don't really get the pick here, so take care. And I will finger crossed and hope that I don't drain my fucking sanity just looking at your post again. So please, try to put humanity in your post, okay? Try to put humanity into consideration when you're making your post. Alright? Doesn't mean I have to sleep. Alright there. It's good to have you here. Sweet dreams there, Howdy. Sweet dreams. Our problem is your content. True that, but hey, you don't know how to say it like that. Try to be soft and weak. Gotcha. No, that's not what I meant. God damn it, be bad people create chaos. What the fuck? I mean, every Gotham needs a Joker, and every Gotham needs another Batman and every Joker needs a Batman, alright? But yeah, do take care there, eh? And I hope that helped you with how a friendship works. And keep in mind, boobs is better than ass. Anyway, right. 37th. By foe. Oh my god. I never see that. You should value yourself now. Your life serves many purposes. You should love yourself now. Give yourself that bit of that ozone layer and breathe in the oxygen that everyone needs, including you. You value. Rope now. You serve all purpose. I was gonna have Macquarie. How's your day, huh? Oh man, I love LTG. So satirically egotistical. I love it. Mods crushes out. Gasp with this guy's the coincidence. Well, welcome back here, foe. It's yours now. Bro, actually, what happened? Please say I was on time. Oh no, I just got your name there. So I have not read yours yet. So I'm about to read it. On your knees now. Yes. Oh yeah, speaking of which, in Deadlock, the game that I've been playing recently, I have my main now, and guess what my main's name is? Just from the name, I think you can already know what kind of character that she is. My main in Deadlock is Lady Geist. She has a stubby nose revolver and a what was it? Skin coat, and she throws life-stealing overpossessed at people, and you get your life sucks by her whenever you get close to her. I love her so much. I love her so much. She's so much fun. You can melt health just like that. You just drain them. Just sucks them dry immediately. That sounds wrong, but yeah, I love it. I know nothing about that game, but sounds about right. Mods live his spirit. Indeed. And just as you think that your health is not enough, her ult can swap her health with yours. So you're sucked dry? Let me give me your health and suck you dry again. I'm not kidding. I got into a lobby where there's a bunch of people who doesn't know what the fuck they're doing, so I just keep getting them low health and just suck them dry and then use my ult on them and then suck them dry again. That is the most BM shit yet. You're supposed to do oppositely when you lose a fight. Use the ult to swap your health with the person who are winning the fight, but I use it oppositely. Have you considered about playing Marvel Rival? I do not like Marvel games, and definitely not any hero shooters in a short period of times. So yeah, I've been thinking about it, but I didn't even get into details. Absolutely not. But sorry, foe. Sorry, foe. I'm getting to yours. Right. Let's see. There's this oath called Kakarot that some... What the fuck? Huh? That somehow keep getting stronger than me every time I reach another level of strength. Try as I might to be an equal to that monkey, but sometimes I feel like catching up to him feels like an impossible task. So my question is, how do I continue to improve myself? Is it even worth going through all the pain if the physical body is at a ceiling anyways? Is it really okay to spend so much time figuring things out if time's going around anyways? That's it. Beans. Thank you for the beans. Who the fuck is this? What is Kakarot? What? Is this a really in-depth joke for freaking... What is this? Bo is playing a bit too much Black Myth Wukong? Kakarot is Goku? What? This must be Vegeta talking. Is this Dragon Ball Z? Is it Wukong? What the fuck is happening here? There's always RP on Vegeta. Are you fuck? Oh yeah, outed myself for being a norm because I don't watch Dragon Ball. That is so stupid. only Saiyans call Kakarot. Really? There goes my effort to make that joke. I don't even watch you. I have told you guys multiple times I'm a freaking normie. I don't watch anime. Kakarot is carrot, Vegeta is vegetable. Thank you for the information. Anyway. The most down bad characters are named after... What the f... Okay. Oh, Dragon Ball characters. That's a down bad. Anyway, my question is, how do I continue improving my... This is a genuine question or is this just like a joke? Do you want me to answer this? Do you name his son Gohan? What the fuck? Yeah, Rice, come here. I know about that because I write reviews for Japanese games. Wow. I think I left that as a PS in the submission. Okay, thank you there. Alright, I'm gonna go now. Alright there, it's good to have you here, Macari. The next time. I know this sounds like more of a bit, but I'm doing it for the lulz, and I've inserted actual troubles in there, so this is an actual trouble. Alright. Just to understand that even though it is possible for you to go to a point where you can get the Super Saiyan, Super Saiyan 2 is a thing, and just because your hair is yellow doesn't mean that hair cannot turn blue. And there's always going to be people better than you in this world. So it is your understanding, and it is important for you to understand that no matter how good you are, you can never be as good as the best. And there are always going to be people who are better than you. And there's no such a thing as the best, of course, but there's always going to be the better. So, value your own time as it is. There are certain points where you need to realize that the amount of time that you put into something is not worth it anymore. Like, for example, like you trying to get into Super Saiyan 2 when all you can really do and training at like 14 hours a day, and all you can do is just try to like sneak in the tippet of that blue hair on the side of your face, like a bang like that, then yeah, probably not gonna work. It's the value between the time that you put into the thing and the times that eventually and outcomes and the reward that you eventually receives. Is it worth your time to do it? For Vegeta, it's a skill issue. Poor Vegeta. Cut your hair before you no longer have it. And you take anyway. But yeah, it's also important to know that acknowledge your questions, acknowledge what you're bad at. If you don't even know where you're improving, then how can you improve, right? So improve the things that you can improve. Don't keep thinking that you're not good enough and chalk that off as skill issue, and then just keep going into the same thing over and over again and expect experience to remedy it. It is true. Sometimes experience can be an unspoken key to open this lock of yours that that breaks you through to Super Saiyan 2. But that doesn't. This is so stupid putting the Super Saiyan fucking references into into a serious talk. But you get the idea, right? At certain point, you need to know about what your issue is, and then remedy that issue by solving that issues head on, instead of just waiting for experience to happen, because that's gonna take you more times just for your own bodies to figure out how that means. So acknowledge your question first, then deal with the problem. If the problem is solved, or if you're having too much trouble solving it and you see no value from all these time and effort put into it, then there's no point of you trying to go through and eventually understanding about what this is. Do we get experience points when we break a leg? There's like a QTE check. You have to like if you break it too fast and you like spam it too hard, it's not gonna go up. So you just have like just the right place so you can go like, there you go. Like that. Yeah, that's how you do it. Right. Epic advice. Thank you. And you're welcome. Right. Now for the next one. 3 hours. Okay. I want to get to another 20 again before I finish this one. Beans? Are you the beans that's been tipping? As beans? Are you him? Are you them? Oh my god, you are. I think you are. I remember, like, it's like the tips that comes from Bucket or this person. It was Bean. Does the experience point from breaking leg increase on how hard the leg is? Oh yes, there's a scaling system in how hard the leg is. If you're just going by the joint and on easy mode, of course, but like if you go with like 1.2 multiplier on like a really buff person who also has a muscle that can break back the legs part, then yeah. It's gonna be on hard mode with a 1.4 experience multiplier. By breaking a bodybuilder's leg. What did he mean by this? The tipping thing. The donation. From String Element. There's always a person we'll call Beans, who tips a bunch, but just never left the name, so it's always Beans. It's you. You're the middle one. Oh my god. It's Beans. I'm back from the dinner table. Welcome back. In bed. Alright. Procrastinating and not studying even though I want to, and make a schedule for every day that I don't follow. You guys have the same fucking questions. As I said before, procrastinating and not studying is absolutely healthy for you as a normal human being. Don't be ashamed of yourself by procrastinating, but be ashamed of yourself by wanting to procrastinate, but not be not wanting to procrastinate, but keep doing it at the same time over and over again. So going back to this, fucking do it. Stop thinking about it. All right. Stop thinking about if you wanted to study or not. Just open a goddamn textbook. All right. Being is me. Wait, it's you? So is it the same bean? I don't understand. There's all procrastinator. Streamer reflects. Fucking hell. Do we get experience point if we get sick by any future pandemic sickness? Well, that's a debuff, so like, unless it's a multiplier to how much of that pandemic is, it wouldn't really work. Alright, I need to stop answering those stupid questions. Yeah, procrastination is fine. Not doing your responsibilities is another. And that means that making your schedule should be something that you do before or after you start doing things. All right, there's no fucking way for anyone to start a schedule by making the schedule in the first place. You must commit to making that schedule before you do the schedule. Like, I know it's stupid, but it sounds like by waking up you need to open your eyes before you wake up. But like, that's how things work. You have to do it before you think about too much about making schedules. That's not how making schedule work, because scheduling for other people, especially for obligations like works or schoolwork, things like that, makes it feels like a hassle, like a chores, instead of a absolute thing that you should be following with. So do it before you start thinking about all these. Do you take responsibility for your food poisoning? Yes, because I mix some dinner shrimps with some hot pot, which is I don't eat shrimp, and that shrimp is probably not the freshest, the most fresh one. Frankly, I should be able to freeze time to get good at all my lobbies. Yes, indeed, freeze all that times. Get good at massacring. Do it. I hope I can. It's like, oh yeah, let me just get into one match with Deadlock. I look at the time, oh, it's only 20 minutes, and I look back at the clock, it's like 4 hours later. And turns out I've played through like 5 games without me even realizing. There's a great cure for procrastination, at least for men. Get a job, real job, even if it's not full-time. For some reason, it makes you really motivated, improves overall mental health. It improves your mental health because you have a obligated responsibility. And men thrives on the role of being the control and being the person who's controlling. If you have a responsibility, then that means that you have an authority for your own life and the things around you. That's what makes you feel like you're more confident and you do things a lot more preemptively. So that is the reason why when you get a real job, something that you get obligated about, you feel this sense of pride in you that makes you feel like you want to do more about this because of it. So this ultimately comes into something. Just fucking do it. Be part of what you're doing, and you will be able to do it more. Got it? That will probably curl you. So I'm prodding to make. Oh, for fun. I like you, Zabelli, but I hate your jokes sometimes. So yeah, beans. Take care there. All right. And good luck with your own endeavors about studying and procrastinating and scheduling. Right. And just know your thoughts about procrastinating compared to those really like brilliant kids who know how to study and make all these fantastic schedules and all these notes. They are psychopaths compared to you. You are normal. All right. They are quite shrimple. Stay to hate. I sound like the poison zombie headcrab thing. wait. Hold on. So that's how they make the sound. Got it. Whoa. You can't make this up. This is almost the same sound. Told you I'm a voice actor. I'm so normal for almost missing my doctor's appointment. That's not how it works. Get that scoliosis of yours checked up. Cow? That's a zombie sound. Justin Shrimperleg. Shrimp Kardashian. What the fuck? Thank you. Oh, we're at 70 now. Fantastic. Hold on, we're at 38, right? Just 2 more and then we're done today. Alright. So right now, 38. A funny number. Don't worry, we have already solidified it's 1, so don't worry. It's been in streams forever now. Okay, what the fuck? This is what Yuki was saying last stream? This is all there is to it? Are you freaking kidding me? The next one's from Yuki. And it's 5 words for the struggles. He says, and I quote, "My dick's way too big." And he added, "I just left the cycle ward 2 months ago." Evidently so. Thank you for the information, and good luck with your tip dipping on the toilet bowl. Don't ask for source on that. Jesus. My fault lies with you, Nious. By not like. Oh wait, no, yeah, not my fault. Supposed to. We need the proof. Don't. No. No. Big, yeah, a really big struggle right there. Huge one. And yeah, for the last one, I think because I saw teddy bear and this name is called. It's my chemistry Viva tomorrow. So this is probably another. You have a lot of struggles, huh? You have a lot of struggles there. Mayui. Viva. That's Viola. Viva. Tomorrow. It's a chemistry. A lot of content for you, yes indeed, thanks. I think 5 inches is quite big for a snack-sized candy bar. Yeah, but like, we always enjoy like a good 6-incher, right? Like it's just enough to get you like satiated, but not too much for you to go like, oh, that's too much for my throat. We're just talking about chocolate bar, right? I'm surprised you haven't been Rickroll yet. There's no link, so thank freaking God. By the way, I rocked the Viva. Congratulations! Hell yeah! But they made you a little bit too stuffed. Well, no, like for me, I feel like I can take a good 6-inch. Consider how long my neck is. It's checked. Okay, right. Alright, let's get to your struggles, huh, Mayuri? Congrats on the chemistry, Viva. I pretend not to hear that. Yeah, very normal. Every man should be able to take a good 6 inches. Right. Anyway. Let's see. Say, do your parents ever say you have so many resources yet you get these grades? Yes, very true. What the fuck? Then they give you the example of people from the slums. They say that I do so many things for you yet you give me these results. And has your mother ever accidentally... That's not how you spell accidentally there, Mayuri. It's ACCIDENTALLY, not TLY. Alright? Anyway, said that she's better off without someone like you. Happens a lot of times. Sorry. Sorry. Anyway. Okay. I have grown out of it, but it still hurts. Oh great, now I'm sneezing. Okay. Having stress because of the chemistry test. And she... Take care of that, Mayuri. Okay. It's actually. Anyway, but I've grown out of it, but it still hurts. It literally hurts for some reason. Like, you can breathe properly and your heart literally starts hurting. I hate those sentences and those words. I mean, I'm your kid, not an investment. Plus, they don't allow me to make my choices. I'm not even allowed to get out of my house unless I tell them my exact location and send them my live location, which also happens rarely. If I want to go to the garden, I cannot because my parents won't allow it. It's a big story, isn't it? Take your time, Neo. Mayuri, I truly feel sorry for you, and I just wanted to tell you that you're not alone about this. And I know this is hard to shake. I know this is really hard to shake, and I only just come to terms about this very recently. But they don't view you as a children. They don't view you as someone that they love. They view you as someone that can take pride in, which is not a bad thing inherently. Parents should be able to take pride in their own children, should be proud that this is my offspring, this is my legacy. This is what people should think of. But when you're too much on the bragging side of things about, oh, look at your cousin Timmy. like if it's that, then probably not. Oh god. Runny nose. Oh yeah. If all you hear right next to your family relative is that look at my son, he can do 3-4 songs on the piano now. He can do it now. What can Timmy do? Timmy has 12-year experience. Hiya, what are you doing there? I thought I gave you enough asset to be a successful person. Hiya. Like if they're doing things like that, then probably they're literally like raising you for the sake of bragging. Then yeah. then if you're getting nothing, then what's the point of living up to the expectation if all they do is give you pressure when you're not doing it well and say that you should be like this when you eventually succeed in their expectations. So I'm not saying that you should no longer think of them as your parents, but I need you to stop thinking that you are their kid. That sounds very cruel. That's very cool. But that the moment when you stop caring about your role as an legacy to them and live up to their expectation, you stop caring too much about it. They compare with own expectation, then it still applies. That's a good impression. That's the only impression I can do. Hiya. Timmy is the face of Beijing Con for 2 years now. What are you doing? You're learning piano for 2 years and all you do is maybe had a little lamp. Hiya. Hiya, you only ranked rank 2 internationally, not TV for you this weekend. According to me, every single Asian parent speaks in one long breath. Give them back your expectations on that. No, that's not how it works. You don't fight fire with fire, okay? You fight fire by burning the path of the fire which can spread. That's how you use fire. I learned to play guitar because I wanted to. They agree, but when they started lowering my starting hours, they literally forbid me from playing my guitar. So they're like, they're literally okay. Look, so this is the stupid part, right? They rather you to sacrifice your resting times, including your sleeping times, for you to do your guitar lessons, your learning guitar parts and playing guitar parts, then studying. They value your studying grades more than you are as a person. Do you know how fucked up that is? That is absolutely horrible. You're a failure. God damn it. So, I need you to understand this. Yes, they are your parents, and it hurts seeing this and not being able to live up to their expectation. But at some point, you need to start asking, what do you want from them? And what do they want from you? Because, like, if all these expectations are stressing you out and making you that you're not living your own life as your individual person, and you feel like you shouldn't been doing this in the first place, then why should you? Get a passing grade. Show them the absolute resentment that you have against them by just not acting at all. I'm not saying that this is what you should do, but like, you need to make them understand that you can't live like this. And if they don't, and if they got to a point where they no longer understand you as their offsprings and saying that she's better off without someone like you, then what's the point of making it feels like you are their son or their daughter, right? Find someone that you love for. Find someone that you strive for. not because of a blood-related relationship, just because of that. I know it's hard to do this, and I know that it's hard to be angry and shut down and say no to someone, as you are hardwired to not say no. Since every single time when you say no, you get some extremely bad punishment afterwards. And if you don't compete and if you don't succeed, then you're gonna get even more punishment. I know it's hard to say no, but you need to learn how to say no to be yourself. And right now, once again, this is a bad relationship. This is a horrible relationship. You can't continue a relationship where all they wanted from you is your success, and all you wanted from them is their attention. And in reality, all they wanted to do is to have that sense of pride in themselves for creating you. What happens, do you think, when you meet their expectations? They're gonna be proud about the fact that they made you. They give you all these resources for you to succeed. They are the reason why that you succeed. That is emotional kidnapping. That is emotional manipulations. They don't have your thoughts in mind. They don't have your feelings in mind at all. All they have for you is just, I give you this resource. You should be thankful. This goes all the way back to the previous stream. It is exactly like that. There's no relationship that is healthy if there's no mutual understanding. And if all you guys live off of his assets, then unfortunately so, that is a bad relationship. So, I do need... So, I know this is hard. And I know that the only few options that you have around here probably feels like a Hail Mary. But unless you can prove yourself to be able to be like self-sustained, it is not possible for you to ever go off, because they did provide for you. They provide for your place. They provide for where you live, where you eat, what you do. They give you all these educations. They did provide it for you. So for now, unless you can prove that you can do better without them, there's no way that you can get out of their grasp. I try one-on-one talk. Well, that depends on if your parents will ever listen to you. Because, like, you need to make it clear. Do they love you? You need to make this very clear. Do they just want you to succeed because they want to be proud of themselves by giving you resources? Or do they want you to succeed because they love you? Because that particular sentence, from a parent, from a mother of a living, breathing offspring, living, breathing child, and says she's better off without someone like you. That is cruel. That is the last thing that a parent should say, and the last thing that children should hear, a child should hear in their entire life. To be abandoned by the first person that you ever see get into this world. That is cruel. That is, as Tifu says, that is bullshit. Some people are just not into what being parents, and they don't need your love in perspective. So this bad experiences you need to survive. Sad but fact. Yeah, you'd be surprised how cruel some parents are. For some have actually done child abandonment. Just abuse your heart, or they're crazy enough to kill you. Exactly. It's like, bottom line is, this is not a good relationship. You don't know. From this line alone, she's better off without someone like you. This line alone, if I were you, I will be crying. I'll be crying my eyes out, looking at them and telling them that if you don't want me as your child, then abandon me already. Stop giving me all these expectations. What is wrong with you? And if they say this is tough love, then bullshit. Where's the love? What the fuck is the love? Oh, you say you wanted to disown me. You say you... Sorry, I got a little bit heated because this is the exact conversation I had with my parents before. But like, you say you didn't want me. You say you give me all these resources just to see me succeed. But every single time when you succeed, you say that I should be doing the things I should. Here. Like this. This is what I'm supposed to do. then where the fuck is the love? When I succeed, you don't give me compliments. When I fail, you give me the most abandonment possible. And you give me the most belittlement possible. Then where is the fucking love? This is not tough love, this is just tough. So, this is on their fault. Giving all these expectations about knowing who you are as a person, even though they should know you as parents. I don't understand what is the problem with parents, is that they refuse to understand what is the perspective of children nowadays. Well, not nowadays. Every single generation has these problems, one way or another. I know it's hard to understand about younger generations. It's hard to change your worldview when you have viewed this world with your own perspective for this long compared to the ones who just got out here. But that is also their perspective. It is not a perspective that's completely inconsequential or incoherent. It is a perspective from a living, breathing person's opinions. So, parents should know this, Mayui. Parents should know this. Maybe I should try to talk to them this Sunday over something. If you want to do that, don't cover anything. Be transparent about this. Say what you wanted to say, because you are hurting. And right now, you are telling me that you're questioning your own role in a family, in a blood-related family. You know how cruel and how crazy that is? Talk it out. If it refuses to bounce back, then don't put this burden on your own self. You don't deserve all these expectations when all they want from you is the bragging right and their own asset being worth it. Right? I've even been threatened to be abandoned on a corner of a drug addict on... what? Once to try and scare me to be a better as a 12-year-old. Fucking hell. Some parents even gaslight the children so much to the point where they're traumatized by the cruelty of the world so they don't run. Yeah, and that is disgustingly cruel. That is disgustingly brutal to put down to your children. You can't expect a children that is not completely mature yet to suddenly get thrown into this black and white and suddenly gray world and expect them to know better. That's not how maturity works. Maturity is slowly easing in, not this twisted thoughts of right and wrongs and about how things should be or things shouldn't be. They threaten you with marriage when you get less marks. Child marriage is still a thing in some areas in India. Fucking hell. I just want you to know, whatever happened to you, I hope that you are well, nonetheless, and you need to let them know about this. If all they want from you is just this expectation, then don't give them this much. And you're probably in the irreversible place where you have to study, or it's like a forceful child marriage and your life sealed because you didn't go their way. But if that is what cannot be changed, then your best way probably is just running away. Like, I don't really see an option here if staying there means that you're sealing your own freedoms to forever be to someone that you're never gonna be agree upon, and spend the rest of your life being a housewife, never seeing the street ever again other than going to the markets, and being a unloved wife for someone else. That is horrifying. That is horrifying. I would rather run away and completely start anew somewhere else and risk my chance of dying in the process, just so that I have a better chance to be myself. I will do that. I definitely will do that, because I did that. I did that, and I tried to be myself. And I'm sorry for your situation that you got into. Please be careful, yes. And do not give up. Plan ahead, of course, yeah. Take care there, Mayui. Okay? Don't want to be harmed. I don't want anyone to get harmed. at all. Anyway, that's the final one. Yeah. Whew, that was a depressive ending, but I would say, to be honest, that's kind of what should be expected to happen here. Whew, my body's killing me. I went from a 2 to a good 5 now, so I need to go rest. I don't want to leave my parents, nor do I not want to think of myself as not their offsprings. You're still streaming? Yes, I'm ending the stream, don't worry. This is the final one. Beans. Welcome back. Yes, beans. Nor do I not want to think of myself as not their offsprings. I know you don't want to. But you also need to understand that putting that on you is an unhealthy damage to your own mental health. If you can't do it either way, then you're only hurting yourself by keep making this expectation on yourself that you cannot fulfill. It's like dangling over a bottle of water when you're always dehydrated, and you always tell yourself that if you can just go through 2 more days without drinking water, you can get that, and keep telling yourself that after the 2-day one pass. That's not an expectation that you can reach. If you can't reach it, and if you hurt reaching it, is it really what you wanted? Do what you think is best for you, and focus on yourself until you can stand on your own. Only after you can stand by yourself should you focus on saving others. Yes, precisely. It's a good stop to stop these talks are psychiatric at the end of the day. Yeah. So again, take care there, my Yui. All right. And for those who has also submitted your own struggles and thoughts, and you wanted me to explain that to you, and you have not run it through today, don't worry. The same thing's gonna happen next week, I think. This is gonna be a regular series from this point onwards. I feel weird. But yeah, nonetheless, I want to go and take a break. My body's killing me from the inside. So yeah, thank you so much for being here and giving me all your struggles that I can answer to. And if you have any more things that you want me to answer to, and you're watching a VOD and you want to submit one yourself, feel free to go and get and submit your own entry in the description below, where you can see a link on the top there. The specific one is submit your struggles here. All right, if you want to, go get that. But if that's it and you're here for the show, then thank you much for being here again. And you're not alone, and most importantly, means. So yeah, next stream, it's on Thursday. I really don't think this is a good idea, but I kind of want to stream Deadlock tomorrow. I want to see how it works, because it's not really optimized well right now, and I really want to play on low settings. So right now I just wanted to make sure everything works correctly, and if it happens, I'll probably stream Deadlock tomorrow, or if not, then you best believe that during the time when I should be streaming, I'll be playing Deadlock. So yeah, if you feel well, then sure. Yes. If I don't feel well, then I will not stream while playing Deadlock. If I feel if I feel well, then I'll want to be streaming me playing Deadlock. So yeah, this is gonna be the end of the stream. Thank you so much once again, and yeah, I'll see you, hopefully, very, very soon. Till next time there. Take care, folks.